Wait, what?
Don't go there. Don't do that.
They hear us.
Hey guys, thank you guys for coming for another episode of the Anime Lately podcast. We're so glad that you're joining us right now. And yes, welcome to another crazy episode. Right, let's start this right now.
Let's go.
Oh, so you're just gonna be quiet?
Hey guys.
Is that what it is? Is that what it is? This is what this is. This is the quarantine show, part dose.
Wow. So yeah, we're live.
But you know, like I was saying, don't go to Heavenly Controller's Twitter. It's a great place.
Oh yeah,
but
don't ever go to Heavenly Controller's Twitter.
I mean, y'all, actually, I think that you're not in public because you're at home, so you're fine. But just be aware. Just be aware. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, if you guys don't follow us on Twitter yet, follow us because we just asked him on Twitter, hey, you're not doing nothing, right? So just come to our show next week, event thing. I'm
pretty sure a lot of people, they ain't got nothing to do anyway, so they're watching us right now. So glad you guys can join us.
Go tell your friends to come watch too. Your auntie, that auntie, your grandma. It's fine. Yeah. Yep. Get them in here.
Yeah.
Guys, sorry, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say, and definitely like the video as well if you can, because if you're watching it live right now, definitely like it because I gladly appreciate it.
And always subscribe.
Yeah.
You wanna.
Why do y'all punch people in the face when you tell them to subscribe? That really seems rude.
We don't really know.
It's pretty aggressive.
It is very aggressive. Now that I think about it, it's like, yeah, you should subscribe to my channel.
It's kind of like hit the like button, and hit that red button, is what people have done.
And then you hit them in the face. Yeah. Okay.
How if you're home? Nah,
you still punching them in the face. That's rude.
Not really.
I could be watching in the car, and then you're punching me while I'm driving in a car.
That's dangerous.
Cool. Well, right now we're quarantined. We're inside. Unless you have an important job, you not should be watching us.
Yeah, if you're essential and you're on a break, I appreciate you. All those essential workers, I appreciate you. Thank you for doing what you're doing.
Because without you guys, we would not be eating our groceries, food, and be starving without toilet paper, of course. Because without those essentials are so much assholes to wipes, right?
You know what? Most people, how much toilet paper do people go through in a week, a month, if they thought they needed that much? I don't understand. I don't get it.
But if you're quarantined,
what are you doing? Shitting all the time? Is that what's happening?
I don't get it, dude. I don't get it.
Actually,
so would that mean that their home cooking is much worse than like Taco Bell's or something like that?
Probably, and that's why they go and buy Taco Bell. Yes.
Not to really throw people under the bus in my household, but from what I've seen, people, to clean your ass and everything, I've seen people actually go 1, 2, 3, 4, then actually go clean their ass. Me, I just use 1, 2, 3, and that's it. Go.
How does not clog the toilet?
I have questions too. I'm like, so they complain at me that I always toilet paper, but then I see, not gonna throw names under the bus here.
He said I'm not gonna name names, but
they used more toilet paper than they should, and they should not. And I'm like,
wait, how do you know how much toilet paper?
Exactly.
I have to be.
Are you watching?
How do you know how much that they need?
Thank you. Are you watching them?
People in my household like to have the doors open while they use the bathroom, and my room is right outside the.
So see, I'll be honest. That's rude. If you're in a place with more than 2 people, and you just want the smell to waft so everybody else has to suffer, that's rude. They made doors for a reason.
Well,
I don't get it.
Can't name names out here.
I think Miguel is talking about himself, but don't want to name
it. Wait, actually, my mom won't even understand 2 shits on what I'm saying, and she won't.
Don't bring mom into this because she'll find out I ain't trying to get hit. No.
You know what, Mom? You.
Oh no!
No, I'm not listening to this. Not listening to this.
I'm not gonna be complicit in your crime. She gonna beat you, and I'm gonna watch.
I don't know if my girlfriend listened to it. She'd be wasting toilet paper too. I'll just say that too.
I'm gonna tell her you said that.
Not listening.
I'm gonna tell her you said that.
I will not be a witness to any of this.
Hey, we're still in quarantine. I'm not gonna see her until who knows when. So hey, I could just hold.
Quarantine can't save you from those hands. You're gonna be all right.
It won't be today. It won't be tomorrow, but it would come. It will come eventually.
Eventually.
Good God.
That is definitely bound to happen. When I see her.
I mean, yeah, you'll be all right, and then I'm gonna laugh the whole time. It'll be good.
Anyway, guys, thank you guys for coming into our live stream. This is the Anime Lately podcast. You already know me, Sam the Manga Man. And with me, co-host, the Game Master, Ray Apollo, JB James Barnes, right down there, kept from Careful for Spoilers. Down under here is Miguel Para, Legendy Vash, right here.
Miguel's under your desk.
Oh, really? Oh, no, he's next. Oh, sorry. For my position, you're under my desk, Ray.
Sam, I'm this way to you.
Not that way.
Sorry.
My bad. We're all in different positions, but yeah, for sure. That's all of us. No, it's legit all of us.
Yep.
I hope so.
I'm about to say, like, me and Ray did some type of fusion and we're in the same screen, the same monitor.
I'm
like,
I don't think position.
Hey, if we fuse, I get to decide that we don't have a man bun.
Shots fired.
But we're keeping the goatee.
We'll keep the goatee as long as we don't have the man bun. It's fine.
Can we have the long hair at least?
Yes,
all
just
right.
never in a man bun.
All right, that's fine with me. That's fine with me. Cool. All right. Cool.
I mean, if your personality takes like, so I'm gonna lay down the rules right here. I'm gonna be the earring fusion, and no man bun it. But if we do the dance and you want to have the man bun, it's fine.
Cool.
It's fine. All right.
All right, and we're gonna have my height and my body. That's fine.
You're not that much taller than my body's
right.
much more sturdy.
Right.
So we're gonna have my frame. We can have your height, which is like an extra inch. But we can have my frame and it'll be fine.
All right, your frame with my stomach. All right, cool. I'll work with that.
Nah, like mine too. It's like I can take some hits. It'll be all right.
I used to have a 6-pack, so I could take some.
Oh, used to. All right.
You gave yourself that one. You gave away yourself that one.
Shit.
Fine. We'll take the old stomach and it's fine.
I see. We never spoke about time frame here, or which type of fusion we're doing here.
I just told you, I'm earrings, you're dance.
I said time frame.
Oh, okay, fine. Fine. Well, I mean, if we do them perfectly, I mean, the physique is like perfect every time anyway, right?
That's true.
So
that
yeah,
means
exactly.
Me and Ray fusion, so that means it's Sam and James. How's that gonna go?
I want to know how that would go.
I don't know.
You have to tell me. I don't know.
Yeah, but I say, like, we can help you there because me and Rachel did, our type of conversation. You and Sam have to discuss your fusion now. Go ahead.
I have no idea.
I don't know.
I don't know either.
I don't know.
Fine, I'll do it. All right.
So they're making no fun here.
I think I definitely have to have my muscles. I mean,
yeah.
Here we go.
James has the better
go.
frame. I'll give James the frame.
Are y'all about the same height? I feel like y'all about the same height.
No,
no.
James is a
I'm
smaller.
5'5".
I'm 5'10". So I guess getting my height.
Okay. All right.
So Sam's
all right.
height. Sam's height. Yeah.
All right.
Okay, that works.
So y'all be about Gotenks height combined. That's fine. Yeah. Wait.
Only thing that matters is power level.
Yes.
Sure. How tall is Gotenks? I said Gotenks because Goten is 4 feet tall.
That is short.
That is very short.
I mean, how much taller is Gotenks?
That's what I'm trying to find out. There's nobody has. Oh wait, no, he's only 4'2". So you guys are taller than Gotenks. It's fine. It's fine. Wait, so how tall is Trunks? Kid Trunks.
Isn't he the same? Like, isn't Trunks like 1 inch taller than Goten?
No, adult Trunks is 4'3".
No,
why did I not know
From
this?
The future?
Well, yes. Why did I not know this?
Wait,
that's not possible.
What? No way.
That's not possible.
Kid Trunks is a runt. He's a runt. Nuh-uh. He's got to be.
Wait,
Trunks?
but he doesn't look. He didn't look that short.
Wait,
next to like Goku and stuff like that.
No, Trunks.
How tall is Trunks? It's 4'3".
Well, no, this is
Kid Trunks or future Trunks?
That's
this is
future
child.
Trunks.
Oh, what?
That doesn't make sense.
That doesn't
There's
make
no
any
way.
sense though.
If you go into the Google, go to the Google and type in how tall is Trunks, it says 4'3".
And that's impossible because that means from child Trunks to adult Trunks, he grew.
He grew 1 inch.
That doesn't make sense.
That's impossible because how do you
No, this is wrong. This has to be wrong.
Nah, time travel starts your growth. Confirmed.
No.
Yeah.
There's no effing way.
Mhm.
And I searched.
He's the same height as Vegeta.
Nope, Vegeta's 5'5".
Yo,
When you see him in the anime, they're the same height.
I think
This is
Akira Toriyama forgot.
Yo, what's with these heights now in Dragon Ball that we just find out just now? What the fuck up shit?
Ooh-wee. Yeah, he's
So
small.
you're telling me that Krillin is taller than Trunks?
Yes.
It's wrong. It's wrong.
Mm-hmm.
This is wrong.
Tell you, man, you mess with time travel, it messes with your height.
I searched Trunks' future height is 4'3", and Krillin is 5'0", and Piccolo 7'5". Damn, Piccolo's fucking some tall.
Piccolo is the biggest in the
Krillin is
squad.
not taller than Trunks. That doesn't make sense.
Hold up, let me find a picture of the whole squad. Let me look. The Z fighters.
Perfect transition since we got into the topic of Dragon Ball. I know that people on Twitter was very curious of my reasoning of my ranking about why I put Dragon Ball GT.
Explain yourself.
And Dragon Ball Z and Dragon Ball Super. As
So
my ranking.
listen. I want to
Trunks
question
is
you this
taller
first.
than Vegeta.
In that picture, anyway. I want to know, why put Dragon Ball at the top? You feel like you had to do that because of nostalgia? Did you feel like you had to do that to kind of save your cred? Why'd you put Dragon Ball first? Because Dragon Ball, I don't think should be first. It did not age well.
Ray is actually perfectly right with my explanation.
I
I put Dragon Ball up there because of nostalgia, but also it's because of what the enjoyment is. But it didn't age well. If I have to put actual perspective of enjoyment, we'll actually put GT, Z, then Super, and Dragon Ball.
You are out of your mind.
I mean, so James.
Wait,
he said entertainment factor for him, and I'm gonna be very honest. GT is not as entertaining as Z, but
that's what I'm saying.
No.
Frieza, then Cell, then Boo. Are you kidding me?
But I can understand that why some people would see. Well, it's got Super Saiyan 4. It's got Super Saiyan 4. Super Saiyan 4 is great, and I'm like, yes, it is great. But that's literally the best part of the entire series.
The Dragon arc.
Yes, but wait.
The Dark Dragon Balls. That arc was really good.
It is cool.
They have the Dragon Fist technique that I think they need to put into canon.
Yes, I agree.
That's a really cool technique. Don't you remember the Dragon Fist technique that Goku did to defeat the last dragon?
The gold dragon?
Yeah.
The gold dragon fist? Yeah. That is also cool, but Goku's been punching through people all his life, okay?
Like he did
with a dragon, though.
But one thing, since we're on the topic, let's each give our rankings of perspective entertainment, not of quality. Because if it's quality, I'll put Dragon Ball Z top, then Super, then GT, then Dragon Ball. But that's quality. When I put entertainment of my perspective, I'm gonna go first. It's definitely GT, Z, Super, and Dragon Ball. But as for that reason, it's because yes, the storyline and execution was not the best it could have been. If it did, it would have been so much better than it could have been. But me, as entertainment value of seeing the evolution of Dragon Ball Z and seeing just a evolution of hair only changes through the Super Saiyan 1, 2, and 3, and seeing that they change it up to Super Saiyan 4 from going to a whole different hairstyle and adding the whole type of monkey type of concept, it felt very intriguing and entertaining. Yes, it could have been executed much better. Baby as a villain was interesting, but could have been executed much better. Pam as a tag along throughout the whole series.
Did you just say Pam?
Yeah, Pam was.
As in like Dunder Mifflin, this is Pam?
Pan, sorry, Pan.
Yes, Pan. There you go. You got
it. In my head was M. And Pan could have been 10 times better. She was very annoying.
Does that mean bread in Spanish too, by the way?
No, it's pan. Pan. It's with a B.
Really?
Yeah, it's pan.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So, Pan could have been so much better. She could have been more entertaining, but she felt like always a damsel in distress, and she was always whining. Trunks was actually intriguing, but he could have been better. But I wish it was
I forgot Trunks was in GT.
The one that was supposed to go with them, I think it was Goten, right? I think it was the one that was supposed to go with them.
Oh yeah, I think it was Goten. Goten was supposed to go, Goten. And then Trunks ended up there, and I was like, yeah, he was. You're right. Somehow they made Trunks useless in GT. And how did you do that?
And that's the thing. Hated them like
because it's not written well.
It's not.
It's not written well. But
you got the coolest version of Trunks, of future Trunks, and then you ruin him.
Yes, 100%
in the future.
And like, how do you mess up like Trunks? He was actually good, and he lost the sword throughout the whole series. I'm like, where's the sword? It was pretty cool. Goten would have been very curious about to see this.
Goten would have been awesome, actually, because he knew how to fight.
Yes, that would have been very interesting. And also, Oob was awesome to see. That was awesome.
That is the second reason why I give GT any inclination outside of Super Saiyan 4 is because they actually gave character to Oob. Yes. But then they still did him dirty. but they at least gave him some time.
Yeah, but the old thing was so awesome to see, and then also Vegeta type of highlight to actually see him as a character. Like the most you see in type of Vegeta improving in characterization is in GT and also Dragon Ball Z Super manga. So that's where you see the most, and that's why I like it about GT, because I wasn't added that type of character, because it shows that he was actually a jealous person with Kakra. He was actually trying to be a father with his kids and everything. So it shows that as a character with Vegeta. Yes, wasn't executed well, but I really like to see. And his design was pretty interesting about it, like his evolution as a father. So that's pretty cool. And I like what they did with the end with the Dragon arc with what James said. So like I said, it has its flaws. If I have to actually be honest with it, entertainment aspect, yes, Dragon Ball Z first. But me as a kid growing up with GT coming out and everything was Dragon Ball GT. And also I have the both volumes, and also probably also could be nostalgic because I watched that with my brother as well. But it was more entertaining for me because, you know, growing with Dragon Ball Super and everything, and with Goku, he knew he was a badass in Dragon Ball GT as well, like with the whole Super Saiyan 4 staring at himself in the mirror, and the way with the dope voice and everything he sounded like was pretty cool as well.
Well, that's because Super Saiyan 4 taps them into their true Saiyan nature, right?
And that's why
they are. It makes basically they're I don't want to say they're bad guys, but they're not good people.
But that's
world
what
conquering people.
Yeah, and that's what I like about the current arc with Dragon Ball Super. That's kind of leading into with the characterization of Goku and Vegeta that I've been reading and caught up now. So that's something that I like what they're doing with their characterization and their improvement.
Hey yo, since we're talking about Dragon Ball, I'll get to the rankings in a second. I had a. This is a manga theory, by the way. We're all caught up on Super, yeah?
Except Sam.
No.
Dang. Well, Sam, this won't.
Don't worry.
This ain't really a thing. This is just speculation. So Goku's back. I'm not gonna say how he's back. And ready for the this confrontation with Moro. What if our boy Vegeta comes back with Super Saiyan 4?
That's what I'm hoping for from this arc.
Because they've scaled Super Saiyan 4 to Super Saiyan God.
I was just going to say, it is... But Vegeta has already conquered Super Saiyan God and Super Saiyan Blue. What I'm
saying is, what if he decided to take Super Saiyan 4 and literally elevate it? Like this is the highest, this is the next highest level of Super Saiyan. And that's Vegeta. He's prideful as a Saiyan. This is Saiyan energy. But he's learned how to, I don't know, that's a theory, but I think that'd be cool as shit.
Yeah, I mean, obviously you wouldn't call it Super Saiyan 4.
Right,
I think that would be stupid, but that's a good idea.
It would be dumb.
That's a really good theory.
Like, I want him to come back with his own power-up, like, straight up. Unless it's got, I really truly think it'll be like Mystic Gohan type stuff, where he'll just be like, Vegeta, you're not in Super Saiyan, but how are you this strong? Is what it's gonna be.
Yeah.
But I'm like, oh, okay, fine.
Yeah, because he's already gotten a really nice power-up.
Big time. But anyway, James, I want to hear your rankings first for how you would rank your Dragon Ball.
Yeah. So Dragon Ball Z, number 1, no matter what. For me, that literally shaped my love of anime. The reason why I'm sitting here right now on this podcast is because of Dragon Ball Z. The Frieza arc, the Buu arc, the Cell arc, pretty much all of Dragon Ball Z. It's just some of the best anime ever. Yes, there's a lot of filler, but besides that, it is just some of the best anime I've ever seen. Number 2 is Dragon Ball Super for me. Super took Dragon Ball back to Z for me. There's so many callbacks to Z. The tournament stuff, that's my favorite stuff in anime, in that type of action type of anime. Mm-hmm. I love tournament arcs. The Tournament of Power is amazing. At 3, I would put Dragon Ball. And then, of course, right at the bottom, I would put GT. Mm-hmm. I feel like GT just had too many issues for me. Turning Goku, it's like, oh, we're continuing the story and we need to find a way to depower the hero so that he can either learn a lesson or to have a villain be able to match his power, right? Mm-hmm. So their idea was, oh, we'll just make him a kid. I thought that was stupid. I hated it. I did not like the baby arc at all. Pretty much the only thing that I liked was the Dark Dragon Balls and the Dark Dragons. That was the only thing that I liked. And Super Saiyan 4. That was about it. That those small things, I cannot say that I enjoyed an entire series because of those small things. So that's why I had to put it right at number 4.
Okay, I see that.
Hurts, but okay.
I mean, so all right, I'm gonna go next, and I'll give you. I'll when we get there, I'll make you feel better. Don't worry. So for me, first, I'm gonna also put Dragon Ball Z, but I'm gonna actually go. I'm gonna modify that. I'm gonna put Dragon Ball Z Kai at the top. Original Dragon Ball Z, great. Just there's a lot of just stuff that needed to not be there, and they fixed that in Kai. I thought I really enjoyed Kai. Kai was awesome.
Some of the voices changed though, and I did not like that.
When I was a kid, it didn't matter, like because it came when I guess I was a teenager when Kai came out, and so I was like, it's fine. But Z, I love Z. Like as a kid, we used to like trade VHS tapes for Dragon Ball Z because remember we didn't get them here as quick as we did when we got older, so we had to trade these Dragon Ball Z VHS tapes that we had, and we would just literally keep trading them around school until everybody had saw all of it so we could talk about it. It was great. So yeah, nostalgia factor ranks Z really high for me. I loved it. Actually, and this might surprise you. 2, I'm gonna go Dragon Ball. Okay. Dragon Ball is kind of that's the one that shaped anime for me. I loved Dragon Ball Z, but that was only because I watched Dragon Ball first. I love Dragon Ball. I love getting to watch Goku grow. Like you got to watch him grow and like, be a weird alien kid on Earth. And all the people on Earth interact with this weird alien kid. It was actually pretty lit. And it had some really weird humor that was only good at the time. But some of that stuff still makes me laugh and I feel bad about laughing about it, but it's still funny. So
that's fair because I saw Z first and because I loved it so much, I went back and I binged Dragon Ball.
Yeah, so I saw Dragon Ball first, but that's why I'll put it in second. Third, absolutely is super. I did not think that I was going to be able to love DBZ in the current anime climate that we have. There's so much good stuff out. There's so many incredible shonen that have been inspired by Dragon Ball that in some cases have done better than Dragon Ball when it comes to action. And Super came out and was everything I wanted. I thought we got more crazy power-ups. We got some ridiculous fights. I got to see Gohan fight Goku in Super Saiyan Blue. Like some people forget that fight to me was nuts and I loved it. Like Super was just a lot of fun. Like I hate to tell you, if you're watching Dragon Ball for story still, you're making a mistake. Yeah. Don't watch Dragon Ball for story because it's not for that. And then yes, last I have GT. But let me tell you, all of these, like Dragon Ball as a whole, is a lot of fun. And GT had a lot to live up to by the time it came out. Because we had just got all of Z, which at the time was nuts. It was like, it was the worldwide phenomenon, Dragon Ball Z. And then you followed up with GT. And it seemed like a spin-off side arc that somebody was like, hey, I want to try a Dragon Ball story. And Toriyama was like, okay. And that's exactly what it was. And so I'm not mad at it by any stretch. I'm glad that it happened because we got to see somebody else tell some stories in the Dragon Ball universe that's like, okay, so this is what other people kind of would like to see from Dragon Ball. And it did give us some other cool stuff like the Dark Dragon Balls, which is a really cool take on the Dragon Balls because we never really got to learn much about the dragons outside of they just give you wishes in Dragon Ball Z, So it was really cool that we got to see a different side of that. And then we got a whole new separate, like, roundabout way of getting a Saiyan power-up, which is kind of cool, which means the Saiyans, there's so many crazy ways that the Saiyans can get stronger, which is ridiculous to me, but this was one of the weirder ways. Hey, I'm gonna need to hit you with basically a hormone ray that'll make you have similar genetics to pure Saiyans, and now you can power up into this crazy Saiyan form.
That really pissed me off because it takes away from Vegeta's Saiyan pride. It's just
truly
like,
did.
Bulma just whipped me up a power-up. That really pissed me off.
It was super weird, and I was like, okay, sure. And good thing for them, it looked cool as shit because it did look really cool. But it was also because I can't remember if the Dragon Ball AF rumors had started before Dragon Ball GT. Do you remember the stupid Dragon Ball AF stuff?
Yeah, it was before.
Exactly. And so that's why I thought it was sick because it looked like the Dragon Ball AF stuff that we were reading about making up on the internet. And so it was like, yo, GT is literally a Dragon Ball fanfic. That's what it is. That's what it was.
That used to hurt my soul when I used to hear that line. That used to hurt my soul a lot.
Yeah.
But it's true.
I'm sorry, I don't mean to keep interrupting,
Question.
but another thing that I remembered was I feel like Baby was just like a symbiote version of Cell.
That's
there
what he
wasn't
was.
anything interesting.
Yeah.
It's the
Mhm.
same shit again.
But
Just different.
Do you guys count Dragon Ball Heroes as part of a ranking as well? Even though it has a story and anime
Nah.
as well.
Not really, no.
you
That's
Not-
just more.
It's like it's a card game that has an anime associated with it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's because it's a game.
Yeah.
That's why.
Yeah.
That would be like, oh, do you include Xenoverse? Because Xenoverse has a cool story.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Which in that case, I would rank it higher than GT. I'm sorry to tell you.
I'm pretty sure almost everything would have been higher. Than
No,
GT.
GT it had its fun moments. Don't get me wrong. I'm never gonna be like, GT. I could never. No, I watched it because it was more Dragon Ball, you know.
Yeah, of course.
But it's just not as good as Super and Z to me. So
yeah, sadly.
no, I mean, hey, but you said you ranked it on your entertainment value, and so nostalgia is a killer.
Yes, it
I
is.
understand.
It definitely is.
I get it. Sorry, I talked enough. Sam, your turn.
Of course, number one, Dragon Ball Z. You can't beat all those great arts all together. And if they just continue on with Z and create more stories, it would have been too long. It had every arcs planned out really good, from Vegeta arc to Raditz arcs from the beginning, learning about Gohan, how he grows up, how he gets stronger. You have the Cell Saga. You have Buu arc. Everything came together. If it wasn't really Goku, it was also really Gohan growing up and being the man that he is, thanks to his father.
We played Dragon Ball Z Kakarot as Dragon Ball Z Gohan for most of the game. Yeah.
And I'm okay with that. Gohan has our absolute respect in Dragon Ball Z, and we love him for that. And we can never forget about Super Saiyan 2 Gohan, because that's a great moment.
One of the best moments in the entire franchise.
Unforgettable moments, the first Super Saiyan power up from Goku.
It's still one of the greatest anime moments
it's still
ever.
The greatest
Period.
moment. Yeah, you can't forget that. It earned all of its from all those moments. It earned its number one. All of it earned its number one position, and that's why Dragon Ball Z deserves that number one spot. For number two, funny thing is,
Is that like a long pause, Sam?
well, I don't know why you make us pause. Like, wait, what?
I'm just waiting for it. I'm like, come on.
Yeah, I'm like,
oh, sorry.
I'm like, oh, did everybody freeze? What the just happened?
I'm like, wrong time.
I was like, wait, why is it why is you pausing real quick? Number two,
Bug report. All right.
This was a little hard for me. And the reason why I put Dragon Ball, I said this number two, is because it was nostalgia, and I remember reading the manga for this. And there's so much adult jokes to this. So much.
The entirety of Dragon Ball is perverted. It's dirty.
It's comedy. It is. Dragon Ball is all comedy. The first.
Well, at that time, that's what manga was. Manga was like, dumb adult jokes for the longest time. It really was.
It really was. And then I remember all those collabs with Dr. Slump and all the other crazy villains. And I remember Goku used to use rock, paper, scissors as his moves, as his funny moves.
Yes. Yes.
All of that. It's just funny to me. That's why.
That's how real men settle disputes. Rock, paper, scissors.
Rock, paper, scissors, punch him in the balls. That's exactly how you yep. That's what Goku used to do.
Or paper, rock, poke him in the eyes.
Yep.
That's what I'm gonna do when I meet Ray. I'll be like, "Hacha!" right there, down below.
I told you what's gonna happen. I'm RKOing the shit out of you the first time I see you.
I'm gonna go Hacha! Down below.
Number three, I give it to Super. I know it had a lot of fillers. It had a lot of weird animation into it, but at least
Jelly monster. Jelly baby. Yes.
Oh god. But it still looks good, and it's where it's needed, where it's counted, and it's action, and it's needed. Super Saiyan Blue, with Hit, with Jiren, with Tokyo,
Golden Frieza looked
Golden
nuts.
Frieza.
Okay, that looked amazing. That did look amazing.
It put its money worth. It's put its a little good story into it. And if I were to include the Dragon Ball Super manga from what I'm already reading, it kind of helps. It helps with the series and almost in a way together. So that's why I would keep that into number 3.
Of course.
For GT, funny enough, I have a lot of nostalgia for GT because I also used to have the VHS tapes as well, but for the Chinese version of this. So like the opening was different, the ending was different. Like I didn't have all the episodes, but I was able to watch what I could from it. The whole hell basis where Piccolo was in hell because Goku saved because Piccolo saved Goku as the last person to leave Earth, and like, you know what, I'm going down with my planet. Yes, this is my planet, and that was a boss move. And then when
Guardian of Earth,
and then when Goku went to hell, like I gotta put you back into Earth again. And then like the only reason why he's in hell is because he's training, because he's fighting Frieza and Cell and all that stuff together himself, with respect. And then there was also pretty good arcs with Dragon Ball GT. Super Android 17 was pretty cool.
That is very true. He was though.
Super 17
was awesome.
That's cool.
Thank you for reminding me about that, because I did kind of like that, because but I don't want to talk about the power level scaling, how they just completely threw it out the window for that fight. It was just completely gone.
Oh yeah,
it was just ridiculous.
Yeah, it was like Super Android 17 baby arc. I actually did like the premise. It's just I don't like it. The execution wasn't fully there. I get it. The whole concept where Goku is a kid again, and he could only go Super Saiyan for at least a minute at a time. Yeah, that was pretty dumb.
How you gonna take the best part out of Dragon Ball from Dragon Ball Super Saiyan transformation?
Exactly. And like yeah, I can understand if Goku's powers is like maybe half or something, but remember, Saiyans, every time he gets beat up, he gets stronger. So
explain Goten.
Exactly right. Exactly right.
Which is why I said it was bad writing. They needed to figure out how to depower Goku and just make him a kid. Yep. Depowered.
That's not how that works.
And then like the whole, oh no, he needs his tail again in order for him to get most of his Saiyan strength and stuff like that. So he literally had pliers and pulled his tail out again. And that was kind of weird in itself. It really was. Just the the evil Vegeta version was pretty cool. The design was not that bad, and
love the design.
But then before that, remember how he looked like when he was a dad with that mustache and that weird ass
God.
Come on.
That design was weird.
So that was our Prince of so that's the Prince of Saiyan. Like, what the fuck? This is what happened. This is what dadhood does to you. It's like, damn.
But
he was the prince. He was the prince.
And now saying he became Prince of all dads. That's what he did become.
The Prince of all dads.
He did
God.
But
GT is just a bunch of interesting ideas, and most of them didn't pan out.
I told you it was a Dragon Ball fanfic.
And then it's epic log of Pan's an old lady, and she did have like a grandson, and it's Goku Jr.
Yeah.
Think of a better name, and then you have a Vegeta Jr. Have them fighting and then you like have them versus each other, and we have a person that looks like Bulma, but it's really
bad writing.
Exactly. So
I just want to say,
I'm pretty sure all this explanation and all this memory lane that I'm going through is enough. There's enough reason to say it's not.
It's reasonable and it's reasonable and understanding and just like James said in the comments, drop your guys' rankings in the comment section or in the stream as well, because I want to hear your guys' ranking. What is yours? Do you agree with some of us, or do you really disagree with me and you think that I should just not have a ranking now since I have GT so high and top one? Like, why the hell do I have it? But yeah, like
everything's subjective.
It's what you like. Yeah, that's why I was laughing at all the comments. Like, oh wow, bold of this dude to put GT as number one. Respect, but you wrong.
It's true. Sometimes I'd be wrong sometimes, but it's understandable.
But yeah, I mean, it's your list, bro. It's like we can't
exactly.
I'm not appreciate.
I can't take that. I could judge. I ain't gonna take it from you though.
One thing I gotta give props to, the Twitter people handle it better than expected. Some people were a bit upset, but some people say, "Hey, I respect your opinion." So I was very happy about that. That some people were.
You gotta go comment on there and be like, "Watch the podcast," because I explained myself. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I'm gonna do it here. Like, hey, here's the video. Check the first 25 minutes. Right here you go. And then after that, if you want to watch the rest.
And I hear all three of our top rankings and being like, "Yep, all 3 of them. I like them. Not you, Miguel. Nope."
I like everybody but that guy.
At least you listen to the podcast on Apple, iTunes, iHeartRadio, and YouTube.
Don't give them my secrets. That we already got them here. It's good.
That's very true.
All right, guys. Let's move on to our list, or let's go into our anticipated animes of spring 2020. So,
I will tell you exactly 2 anime.
Yeah, same. Like I don't have much. Like
yeah.
Oh,
this my second one isn't even one that's premiering.
And this is this is just the new stuff. Yeah, that's premiering, right? Not the stuff that's continuing.
So
correct.
If you guys need the link, it's right there in the live chat. So that's for it.
Yeah. Okay.
Actually, I do have 2.
I have a list ready. Like I got a list.
So with animes premiering the first week of April, starting April 1st, the only one that is premiering, guys, and Ray, what do you want to announce it?
Oh, the one that's coming out next week?
Yeah.
Smile? I mean, well, we've already kind of, I think I've spoiled it and told this. I put this like everywhere.
Say it more.
I've been really excited because I'm going to be reviewing and reacting to Tower of God starting next Wednesday. And let me tell you, like, I'm legitimately excited. This is one that I'm only going to reread it after I watch the episode because I've read it, like, I've been reading it, but I'm like, I actually, like, it's been long enough to where, like, I don't remember stuff. So I really want to give like a raw reaction to things. So I'm going to read the manga after each episode.
Oh,
so
cool.
that way it's kind of like me. So I don't have to rewatch the episode, see stuff that I missed. I can just read it afterwards.
I mean, me and Miguel, we're planning to read the manhwa. So
great transition.
If you like, you can.
I am also reading it, so I haven't gotten too far. So I'll just wait for you guys, and I'll just be on stream with you guys. And
good.
Great, because the same week that we're not sure what day we decided to react to it on stream, but depends on what the episode covers. We're gonna be covering the same thing on the stream as well. So that's the plan.
You can also let us know, like, all right, so this episode stops from here, so that it gives us like, okay, we can know where to stop, so that for the episode.
Yeah, I'm on episode 5 right now.
We kind of want to compare the anime that's coming out, and for the manhwa, to compare the differences, if you know what I mean, with animation and art style.
Yeah.
But also maybe like with the dialogue and text, because it could change a little bit at the same time. But
maybe we'll see. So we're gonna see.
We will very soon. We can't wait. So
that's one of my 2, by the way.
So wait. So 2 is Tower of God, and what's the second one?
Oh, so the second one is one that I recently. Well, technically it's 3, but no, I'm gonna go with just 2 because the other one I don't even think we're gonna be able to watch over here legally. But the second one we will be able to is one that you are already kind of familiar with. Azure Lane.
It is basically Lane already out. Actually, like
is
all
it?
The episodes
is
out.
it technically out? So it's 12 episodes.
Yeah, it is.
So that one, yes, it's out. That was the last episode. I think it's already out. Because
So what happened was that
we're just about to get it though. Yeah,
this anime was in fall 2019, and then it just took its break, and it just finished its last 2 to 3 episodes this season.
Not really took its break. They had some type of
it was weird.
They had some type of production problems in behind the scenes, so they just pushed the last episode to come out in the next season, meaning in the spring,
a couple months afterwards.
So that's why they pushed it, because they have some type of production. I don't know what exactly happened. The director's complaining. So a lot of things happened behind that. That's why it just came out much later. It was really weird.
Good. I'm glad, because now I know that it exists. So this is fun.
Yes, it exists.
And it looks like there's a bunch of anime girls that are Navy ships. So I'm in.
See it as James. See it as Transformers. Instead of transforming into vehicles, they transform into women in sexy
I think it's the
anime
opposite.
bodies.
The anime girls turn into
Robots.
weaponized ships.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
What?
Yes.
I'm in.
And what's it called?
Azure Lane. AZUR Lane.
And you can find that on Funimation, sub and dub. And the one that I'm curious because it's coming back, or I think the last episode got pushed to. I want to finish Plunder. Is the last episode got pushed into the spring season, and I heard some on and offs about the show.
It's actually a 2-core anime. Actually, it's a 2-core.
Oh, Also,
Second
it's
course
too
starts in spring. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's cool. Are you
I'm
still
in.
watching it, James?
Yeah.
How you enjoying it? Cause I stop on episode 4 or 5.
I still like it. Like it's not the best, but it's fun. So I'd keep watching it.
I had to stop in episode 10. It just doesn't
Oh
make
damn, 10,
sense to me.
and you just got tired of? Wow.
Like it's just none of the stuff that I want answered or like anything explained. Nothing is being explained. Nothing is
Yeah.
being answered, and there's so much time being wasted for it. And we had some other people who told us in comments and Discord, like telling us the same thing. Like apparently the second core is what literally gives us the entire explanation, and the manga for each of these episodes artwork in the manga looks so fantastic and so much better than the anime, and that sounds fantastic. How come the anime is not at least putting that effort or add a little bit more of its story to its anime? And that's a little disappointing.
I
to
mean,
me.
the first core is just all set up, man, and the second core hopefully is where
Yeah,
it
but
picks up.
you're
But
spending 12 episode on a setup.
it happens. it might not work out, but it happens.
Did you watch any of the Marvel movies? They spent like whole movies setting up other stuff in other movies.
And
It's
also,
it's
Sam,
still
Years
less,
apart,
it's,
yeah.
it's still less time than 12 episode of an anime.
And Sam, and another example that we spoke about last week and we'll probably talk about later, Samurai 8, they spent a lot of time doing setup and it didn't work out.
No, I want to talk about that later on.
We'll talk about later.
Mhm.
We'll talk about later
Mhm.
on. We'll talk about that one. This
Mhm.
sure Plener was not something I could keep on going anymore. I can't.
All right, Sam, you want to talk about the eighth son?
Eighth son. Oh.
Yes. Eighth son.
I'm not too keen on that one. I'm telling you about that.
Sam said, "Excuse me, what?"
He's like, huh? What's
like,
eighth son? I'm like, I thought we spoke about that. That you're covering that. I'm confused.
Did I miss 1 through 7?
I'm like, where is Sam?
Did I miss 1 through 7
Sam,
that I don't know about?
Where are your kids around this time, Sam?
What happened to 1 through 7? Like, and I don't know it. I missed it. Like,
That man has a family? Question mark.
Who's the mothers? Where are the mothers at?
That's what I want to know. Like, what?
Sam's like, yeah, no, where they at though?
They got fertilized with him knowing.
Sorry, what?
But yes, you're not gonna cover eighth son no more.
Like I said on the Discord channel, and I don't know if I said it here in the podcast, but I'll do like 1 episode each on some selected animes just to see how it will do. Because usually it's like first impression is how much can it affect you as much. If it keeps you interested and you want to keep going, then
True.
yeah, of course, that's why you want to keep going. You want to keep doing videos for it. I would put that as one. It's still within the maybes, but I'll still do the first episode, but it'll still be in the maybes list. Same thing with listeners, Glefnir, and the long titled anime about
My next life as a villainess, as all round
Yeah.
lead to doom. That's
that one.
I don't understand.
I mean,
Japanese
that sounds cool.
It does sound.
It's not
cool.
a bad story. I actually read the manga for it, and I actually like
course
it.
you did.
So I don't mind going for this one too.
The one I assume Ray was talking about that we can't watch illegally is Digimon Adventure. I'll be watching that.
Yes,
with Ray.
that's the one. That's the one I'm talking about. Like I would be adding that, but I'm not risking my computer for that.
But if you guys want us to hear our topic, we might talk about them on the podcast, but we're not doing that coverage for it. But I'll be watching that. Digimon, I'll definitely be watching it. I'm curious about it. I will find my ways. Pokemon, I did not do it for, but Digimon, I will, because that was my jam back in the day. So I will definitely be watching.
I'll just
Digimon
do it on
Adventure.
any of my mobile devices. or
Yes,
something
correct.
like
On
that.
my mobile, on my tablet, because that could survive. Because that's me from Apple, and that could survive.
Well, I mean, I'm saying like that can die because it's old device. So. But,
oh yeah, that too.
Yeah.
Kingdom. I'm curious about it, but I'm gonna read it first before watching it. That's one thing.
Yeah, like I said, I want to watch it, but like if the best way for me to find it is to read it, that's what I'll do then.
Yeah, same here. It does look interesting about it, but I just never got intrigued with it. And other than that, No Guns Life, me and Sam haven't continued watching it because of stuff. BNA is only in Netflix Japan. Sucks
At the moment, yeah.
even though 6 episodes out already illegally. So if people want to go watch it, they can.
I mean,
go
it's
ahead
not
watch it.
illegal if you use a virtual
VPN.
machine.
Yeah, that is very true. That's very true. And what comes back is April 25th and April 11th. is Kaguya-sama Love is War and SAO War of Underworld Part 2.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
Right.
Maybe I might add that.
So
Yeah.
Kaguya-sama Love is War comes back April 11th. That's on a Saturday, and SAO on April 25th. And I'm excited for those two. Hopefully our quarantine is over by then for us to cover those. If not, me and Sam will take one, and I take the other. Let's see how that goes. But I'm excited for both seasons. Kaguya-sama is a great. See it as a James Bond type of love anime. That's the best explanation that me and Sam could give it without
I
spoiling.
said Mr. and Mrs. Smith.
Thank you. That's what I was trying to go for, not James Bond.
Yeah.
Mr. and Mrs. Smith, love type of anime. It's very good, very enjoyable. It's only 12 episodes if you want to watch the first season. It's very good. So highly suggest it for anybody that haven't watched it yet. And SAO, the trailer came out not last week, like 3 days
Couple
ago.
days
Sam,
ago,
right? Yeah. It was very good. Interesting trailer, but very spoilery, but very good.
Mm.
I just watched the half of the trailer and it was just good enough for me. I'm good. I'm gonna still watch it either way. I'm like, that's enough. I don't need to say anything about Kirito or whatever's gonna happen. I know this dude's gonna wake up and something cause havoc. Have some type of tentacles going around with the woman. Yes, I saw tentacles there. I don't know what the hell's going on. I don't know. I'm like, I didn't ask questions. I just said tentacles, cool. Not gonna talk about it there.
I think you just did, and I think you're
Your hentai panel is showing.
Yep.
We never went to Hentai panel though.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Sorry, my bad.
Yeah, thank you very much about that. But yeah, like we said in the beginning, spring season seems kind of slow and dead.
I mean, were some animes that got pushed to spring, like
Yeah,
Re:Zero
current
season
spring
2.
season kind of is slow and dead right now.
Yeah, because like a lot of crazy shit happened. This spring was supposed to be a lot of animes and stuff, but now it's like kind of a dead list almost. So that's sad.
It is.
Other than all the stuff we talk about, I'll watch Bookworm season 2. So I'll add that to my regular watch list. James, anything you want to add, or
anything stand out to you, my friend?
Not really. I mean, I'll definitely be watching No Guns Life season 2 and Tower of God. But besides that, I mean, I don't really know. I'll definitely be caught up on SAO to be able to start it. Hopefully. But that's about it. I don't really see anything else here that I would be interested in.
I thought there would be a lot, like maybe like last year during the fall. I thought there'd be a lot coming out in the spring.
I mean, I'll watch Azur Lane, but you guys already said it's already running.
It's finished. It's finished.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, it's finished.
It's done already, kind of, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. You can just watch that on Funimation.
Cool.
Nice. Yeah, I think that's all the spring anime that we can that we were looking forward to. If you guys have a spring anime that you guys are looking forward to, tell us in the chat.
Maybe a good one if it's possible. If you could find one that we have not mentioned.
If it's the same list, it's fine. Just tell us what's your anticipation for spring 2020.
Yep.
Okay, let's move on to an anime review. So I'm guessing we all saw Beastars.
There was an attempt.
All right, I finished Beastars. Who else finished Beastars here? Raise your hand. Wow. All right, that's only 3 out of 4. Wow. Rick, want to give you explanation why you did not finish Beastars, and please don't say it's because of the hentai furriness.
I didn't say hentai. I just said y'all like furry porn. That's fine. No,
That's
I just
so much better.
This didn't. It didn't grab me. I saw a lot of people say a lot of like really strong stuff about this anime, and so I went into it with some decent expectations and just did not get that. It was like I see what it's doing and I respect that it's doing it, but it's like, okay, that's fine. It's like it's fine. I just don't. It's not for me. So I'm like, that's okay. I gave it the 3 episodes and I was like, no, this is okay. And I'm like, I'm glad that people like it. Like it is something that I'm glad people do like, because it does tell, from what I could see, it's setting up a good story and it has some strong characters. It's just, I'm like, not right now. Maybe I'll like it later on, but not right now is really what it is. Mm-hmm. So yeah,
I respect that.
That's fine. That's okay.
Because I mean, you can get something and not find it entertaining. That is perfectly fine.
And it was one of the things where it's like, no, I'm like when we were talking about earlier, it might have just came off as like, no, I hated it. No, that wasn't it at all. It's just that
I
it
didn't
was
take
like,
take it out
it was one of the things was like, no, it's just like, I can see what it's doing and like I appreciate it doing that, but it's just like this isn't the way I like stories like this being told. It's like, yeah, and I think it's just really the animals for me. It's like, I don't know, like had it been like people.
Hey, it was a choice, okay?
It absolutely was a choice. Let me tell you. But I feel like had it been people, I probably would have dug it more. I don't know. Animals are nice. I love my dog.
but to go back to what Ray was saying with the characters, I really delve with the characters a lot. Where like I cannot say the main character correctly, but I'm just call him Wolf because he's very intriguing. The way he
Legoshi?
Yes, but I'm not good at pronouncing it correct. That's why I just
sometimes it's Legoshi. Yeah.
So I just call him Wolf. He's very intriguing with the way he thinks throughout the show. He asks himself, "Wait, am I doing the right thing, or is this because of my whole instinct that's inside me as an animal, or is this because I want to do it? Am I in love with this person, or is this because I want to eat this person?" Those type of questions is very intriguing. The way he acts it, and the way it's.
Thank you for confirming that for me, because that's what I knew immediately. I was like, that makes sense. Yeah. So thanks. I knew. It's just I knew it. Like I was like, oh no, that's not what he thinks that is. But no, sorry. Nope. Go ahead.
Like I said, it's very intriguing the way it's handled and the way it goes, and the interesting dynamic of each character having their own story. It's like the deer as well. The deer being want to be the type of next Beastars was very intriguing. Like the whole type of symbol of the Beastar is something to very important, and plus to uphold is kind of like the symbol of peace, and that was very cool to see as well. Like all these characters, the lion, the type of towns where when you're older there is a black marker for this type of thing. So it's very intriguing for how the world it builds slowly with each episode, and how by the end of the episode you want more information, and that's how it got me into actually read the manga. So like this anime actually got me to be some type of manga reader for this reasoning.
Yeah, like I agree, because there's a lot of dark genres into this anime. It gets very like intense in a way, not because of the whole furry porn thing like Ray said. There's a lot more emotional.
That's not the intense part, if that's what you're thinking. Wow, if you think that's intense, you've never seen. Never mind.
But I'm trying to say, it's like it gets very like real when it comes to like kids, high schools, teenagers. Like they don't understand, like, is this love or is this just weird feeling that's within my primal instincts? Like do I want to like follow in as my predator instinct, or do I want to be in full control of myself and do what I want to do and not what's based on my instincts? And this is what I get for Legoshi, because he doesn't want to be the big bad wolf. He wants to be someone different. He wants to be like
he wants to be Legoshi.
Exactly. And some people struggle trying to be who they want to be and not follow into their instinct. But like, even though you're trying to be different, everybody always sees you as the big bad wolf because you are a wolf, and you always think you're the
just
big
because
bad
of
wolf.
how he looks. They don't even know who he is.
Yeah.
And like he doesn't even like play the big bad wolf the entire time. He just almost looks depressed. He doesn't always smile. He doesn't
be depressed
always looks down. He's very like beaten down almost all the time.
Can I say why? Exactly. Can I say why? Exactly. He does that to protect himself, because people have so many preconceived notions about him because of who he is already, that he carries himself in a different way to protect other people from himself. He wants to protect himself from other people, but also protect people from who they think that he might be. I think is why he does that. There's a whole lot going on now. Like I said, it is well done. It's just like I said, it's just not for me right now.
Yeah.
I will say voice acting, great. I love the voice actors in this. They're so good. They're so good.
Dub.
Oh, the dub. Yeah, the dub is great.
Do you know the
dub is really good.
Do you know the person who dubbed Haru is the Remember the Cartoon Network show, The Life of Juniper Lee?
Thank you. That's who I was trying to peg, and I could not figure it out. But that's who she sounded like, and I was like, "That's it." Thank you, Sam. Thank you.
Yeah, I was like, how come her voice sounds so familiar? I had to look this up. Like, oh shit.
She's awesome, and I love her voice was perfect for that character.
And plus Haru as a character, I really enjoy her mindset. And the last 3 episodes, 10, 11, 12, was what really made me fall in love with her. Don't want to go into spoilers. Of her conversation with herself and her perspective in her mind. That's for sure. And also, your hat, Ray, I was just really in the details of it. I love your hat, by the way.
Thanks.
It's really adorable.
Thank you. I love this hat too. I don't remember where I found it, but I saw it. I was like, I have to have that.
Yeah, it's adorable. But
I think it's the Hello Kitty collab with My Hero Academia one. So.
And yeah, that also is because my girlfriend loved Hello Kitty. That's why it also got me like, oh look, Hello Kitty, that's cute and adorable.
Like, this is my hat. You can't have it. It's mine.
Now my problem is when we meet you, when we leave your house,
I'm going to leave this hat at home, so you can't have it.
But yeah, it's
you were saying
interesting characters about Haru a lot. I really like her. Like she was intriguing. Her perspective, her mindset was very fascinating. And like what Ray said, is the whole depression of the wolf. It was put on there for a purpose, and the characters that introduced, the whole fighting sequence as well, when it shows that he was going inside into his rage mode about his instincts was going to be activated. The whole redness in his body was very fascinating as well. And also, the anime has a killer opening. I like the opening a lot. It was really good to listen to.
I'm not gonna lie. After the first time, I skipped it.
Really?
Netflix. Yes, just skip the opening.
I mean, I always skip it because I just want to get to
exactly.
I was like, but I do like it.
Oh yeah,
I'll be honest, because I was like, I actually don't even remember what it sounds like. I'm sorry.
I honestly really like this anime. Yes. This anime it's about segregation. It is about self-reflection, self-worth. It is about a lot of deep things, and I think. And I could be completely wrong. This is just my thoughts on it. I feel like using
you can't
animals,
be wrong about your interpretation.
I think by using animals, it's like using humans would be too obvious and people would think that you're preaching to them. But using animals, it's somewhat different and you're more willing to look into a different perspective, looking into this lens of segregation and all of this stuff. So that's what I really liked about it. I really like this anime. I like how Legoshi is just, he's so depressed because of how, we already talked about this, but how as soon as everyone sees him, they're instantly scared. It's hard for him to make friends. He's a high school kid. It's hard for him to make friends, to get to know people, to even know what love is, or to even experience those emotions, because people instantly judge him just because of the way he looks. It's like, why don't you just act the way you look? Because that's not me. I'm an individual.
Yes.
The deer, I can't remember his name,
Louis.
Yeah, Louis. Yeah.
What's his name?
Louis.
Yeah.
Louis, yeah.
Him battling, trying to be the best, even though he physically can't be. Mm-hmm. I love that. I love watching him go through those struggles. I really
appreciated him. I was like,
the story is really good.
It's a strong character,
and like you actually really feel the hate he has for carnivores too. It's like from the past that he actually going through, like it's understandable.
Oh yeah,
like that's why he has to keep fighting. You always have to try to reach the top and be the Beastars.
And plus, I love the joke they said that like about the Bambi. Like, oh my god, that's so true because about the deer of Louis and about Bambi. And like that's an interesting joke, and I love how they actually use that as a joke about that. So that's pretty cool.
And the comments about the sex, like it's not just in there just because it's anime. It actually serves a purpose to the character.
Oh yeah.
Like it actually means something. I don't want to spoil it as much as I really want to, but I want you to see it and watch it unfold for yourself. But it actually has a meaning to it. I'll just leave it at that.
I 100% agree with what he said, because with the characters in the last couple episodes, it really adds that extra level to what happens. And my favorite character that was a side character, it was a panda. The panda was really dope. He was badass.
He was cool.
He was badass. Panda.
He was cool.
I gotta give props to
him. But for sure, I actually really like the anime as well. Like it did a really good job for it in total, in all. The second season is going to be coming out soon, which I can't wait for.
Next year.
Yeah, 2021.
And like the studio that is the same studio that did Land of the Lustrous with great animation and everything, and they did a great job with the animation style with Beastars and all. Like it was just looked great. I mean, it looked a little weird with the CG animation, but I think it worked pretty well.
I thought it worked.
It worked.
It looks
really
good.
Well.
Yeah.
So for sure, Beastars is actually in my top list of animes, and if people just straight up think it's the whole fairy porn or dark side of
It's
Zootopia
so much
or
more than
whatnot,
that.
it's so much more. It's a lot of meaning into this
yeah,
anime.
totally.
And
I mean, it is anime Zootopia. I'm gonna be very honest.
yeah,
with you.
I will not say those words.
It is
Why not?
absolutely
I will
absolutely
not.
anime Zootopia.
the dark side of Zootopia. If anything.
It definitely is, because once I saw who was the mayor, I'm like, this is literally almost the same storyline as Zootopia, just more in the dark side of adults. That's what it is. And I was like, yep. But James, I want to ask you a question. What inclined you to actually read the manga? Because you usually don't always for every anime, so I'm curious to know what was the reason for.
I mean, I just like the anime so much. Like, I don't want to wait until 2021. You know me. I don't have patience
You
to
don't.
wait.
He
I'm
has
just
no
gonna
patience.
read it right now.
I'm about to say he probably already started. Tell me right now. Did you already
Fire
start, James?
Force, Vinland Saga.
I
Did you
did.
actually? I knew it.
I
See,
did.
he already started.
Still
Mhm.
hasn't read My Hero or One Piece that we know of.
Hey,
Mhm.
I read 6 more chapters of My Hero.
Ooh.
6. Yay!
Thank you.
Still has about 55 left. Let's go.
Yeah, right. I know. I'm gonna do. I'm off now, so I'm
I
gonna.
need
do
you
It.
caught up by Sunday.
Oh, I can do that. I can do
Okay,
that
good.
for sure.
Because I feel like Sunday, some shit's about to happen. So,
1000%. I will be ready.
okay, good.
So,
Alright.
so if you guys were here last week, we said that he will watch or read one more manga before My Hero. And look what he did.
And it did. He did.
He read
Miguel
Beastars
was right.
before My Hero, and look what happened.
Miguel.
help
Hashtag Miguel was right.
I'm
Wow.
pretty sure he would want to have that trending right now. Of course,
I'm sure you would. I'm
He
sure
would
you
love
would.
to trend.
No,
Yeah.
it's not happening.
Let's do it. Hashtag Miguel was right.
Do it so I can say no.
So James, you want to finish up what you were trying to say before?
Oh, last thing I wanted to say about Beastars. One of my favorite moments was, I mean, I'm pretty sure it's like in the trailer on Netflix
No, go
When
ahead and say it.
he-
I don't mind. Go ahead.
when he pounces at the bunny girl.
Oh yeah.
So that was really powerful to me because has rejected his instincts his whole life. That was the first time that he couldn't control it. You know what I mean? And to parallel that to humanity, that's like hormones and not knowing what to feel with all of these different feelings that you're going through.
Mhm.
Like, it's some good shit. It is good shit. I love this anime. Can't wait for season 2. Like I said, I already started reading a couple chapters of the manga, and I will continue reading it.
Wait, after it's already after the first season stuff, or
Yeah,
like
yeah, same here.
in the
I
first season? Okay.
started where the anime, the first season
Oh, that's
ends,
great. Me too.
and I read like 5 chapters.
Do you
I read
remember
10
which
chapters.
Chapter was?
Chapter 44, if I believe.
I can't remember, honestly.
Chapter
I might
44.
I might want to start from the beginning, mainly to
You
figure
should.
out who the mysterious
Oh,
carnival killer.
they won't tell you until where me and James are reading right now, because that's the current arc
Okay.
of that happens right after.
Yeah,
Okay.
because I knew
Because
that
I was wondering why that was like I was completely confused. I was like, they
it's
had
not the
this
main
murder,
focus.
and then all of a sudden they're like, okay, back to normal life, and I'm like, wait a minute.
It's not the main focus though. It's,
So
it's not the main
I'll
focus.
be honest. Had they continued along that track, probably would have been way more interested. Not gonna lie, but I understand they also have to establish their characters
Yes, it did.
and their setting, and that's what I'm pretty sure they used with this first season. I get that. So
And-
I might give, like I said, I might give another chance later on for sure.
That's
So-
where
So
I'm at right now.
I don't think this at all. But do you guys think that Legacy killed him?
No.
No.
Like he lost it? Okay, I don't think that at all. It's not his character, and we already see the first time that he pretty much
Berserk.
snapped was when he saw
I
Haru.
know who did it.
Haru.
I already know who did it.
I'll just
I
tell you
mean-
right now, since I got to the point.
No, don't tell us who did it.
No,
I
no.
didn't ask that.
I'm not
I
gonna
did
say
it.
who did it. I'm not gonna say.
I
just said-
also have an idea of who did it, but I'll just wait to find out in the
Well,
manga.
well, I am gonna
I think
say-
it's the druggy guy.
druggy.
Sam.
Guy.
No.
Where you coming with a druggy guy? I can't be like, you're like guy with needles or something. Druggy guy.
Oh,
No.
he doesn't. I didn't say needles. I said you can take pills and stuff.
Anyway.
Anyway, I'm about to say that too. But in the current arc is what I'm reading because I'm like 5 chapters ahead of where James is, so he will be finding out soon also of who it is. So,
Oh, sweet! That quickly.
yeah,
Nice. Okay.
yeah, because that's the current arc that we're gonna be doing right now in the manga. One thing I like about Beastars that this series first started in 2016. You could tell the difference of how the creator have changed the art style and has improved tremendously. Because I read it from chapter 1 because some things were changed differently. The panda used a gun in the manga instead of the show. He used a bow and
crossbow. Yeah.
crossbow.
Okay. Cool.
So it's very different
I
things.
think
that
the
they
crossbow
changed.
would have been much cooler, though. I think the crossbow was cool.
But yeah, so
With
you know,
that shoots the bamboo shooting. I
Yeah,
thought
it's
that was
like
pretty cool. That was pretty
bamboo
cool.
crossbow.
That's
so,
cool.
Yeah, so it's it's little small changes in this. That's why I read it from the beginning, and you could tell the art so different from 2016 to how it is now. It's completely different. So I really like to see the transition of how the artist has changed throughout the years. So that's really dope to see. So hopefully Ray in the future will come back on the show, say, "Hey, I watched some furriness and it was some good. I'm a furry now." So hopefully one day Ray could come in and to say that.
No, that's never going to happen, but I might enjoy some anime later, if that's what you're asking.
Yeah, of course. Just in that type of sense, maybe one day. No, guess not. Not.
Moving on to some manga coverage.
Wait, but before we go into the manga coverage, I want to talk about a not so anime thing I watch. I was gonna say that I watched Frozen 2.
Oh, same, by the way, same.
Oh, you did?
I still haven't seen the first Frozen.
It's all. Oh, wait, the first one?
Oh, yeah, the first one. I'm about to say that too. What?
It's a little too late. I think I feel like it's too late now.
Wow. Damn,
Honestly, I feel like it might be too late.
Yeah, it's been 5 years. I think you kind of missed the.
It's been 5 years.
That's what I'm saying. It's been a hot minute, James.
No, Miguel, no.
You gotta let it go sometimes.
I'm ignoring you.
You don't want to build a snowman sometimes?
No, we are going into our manga coverage right now.
Nah, but I'm serious.
Frozen 2 was good though. I liked it. It was all right.
What did you watching?
I'd like the other day.
Oh, me too. I watched it in the past. I watched the first half 3 days ago, and I finished the last half last night. So that's what I want to bring up. So
yeah, just watched it the other day. Yeah,
it's cute. If I have to say songs, first one is better.
Nope.
Do you think second one is better?
Yup. It's built for Broadway. Way better. The songs are more fun.
Oh yeah,
they're actually I don't know. The songs in the second one are just better.
Pacing and story was a lot better in the second one.
What? No, the second one was a whole movie. That's why.
Yeah.
The second one is actually a movie. The first one's like pure Disney BS.
Yes,
but the second one's actually a movie. Yeah.
And I love the story. It actually makes sense. It actually work together. And Elsa, she powerful.
Elsa's OP.
She's too powerful. That's
Elsa's absolutely OP.
She is strong than I did not expect. And the whole mythology about the whole kingdom and stuff, that's intriguing to me.
I actually really appreciate it, but I knew, and this isn't a spoiler, but it is. I knew they was colonizers the whole time. I knew it. So
Elsa versus Todoroki. I'm doing it.
Elsa versus Todoroki. I'm giving it to
without
Elsa.
fire powers.
Currently, Elsa wins.
Trust me, Elsa's winning.
Elsa wins.
Okay. James,
Todoroki will be like, teach me.
He would literally say, I will say, Elsa stopped a whole tsunami of water coming into a whole kingdom. That's what I'm gonna say.
I mean, and that wasn't even like with her like getting like she didn't even actually she didn't even get a power up. It was just more like I can do this now, and she does it.
She literally said, "Oh, I awaken my true powers." Shoom!
Like she didn't even awaken anything. She was just like, "Oh yeah, I could do this the whole time."
That's pretty dope.
But no, I enjoyed it. Like I will say, animation wise, James, one of the best looking movies like animated I've seen. Yeah, like they do water in a way that I have never seen done.
From West,
really? Okay.
West,
yeah, the water looks insane, and we watched it in 4K, and I was like, "Holy heck!" Like I loved Weathering with You. That animation, like you can't touch that because it's hand drawn. You know, it's beautiful. But the way that they did water in this, wow! I was like, that looks like real water. So I like it. I had a good time.
Yeah.
I really
And last thing to add, I like how each character had their own reasoning in the role. And the more that Ray talks about it, I have to agree now that I like Frozen 2 more because it's kind of step. And I love how they poke jokes about the first movie.
Oh, absolutely. So they knew.
Oh no,
they knew.
I don't want to talk about that. Let's talk about this. I'm like, I like that. That's funny because they know that the first Frozen is very slow. And I don't know if James watched Frozen now. He will come back in a group chat and say, like, why am I watching this?
I probably won't ever see it.
He'll be like, what the fuck is this? It's on Disney Plus. Just get you a couple beers or some shots of tequila in and just watch it.
And every time you hear the word let it go, just take a shot.
Oh God.
Just take a shot. You might be hangover, but just have a good time. Because wait, that's funny. Sam and James have not seen Frozen at all, and me and Ray
we've
have.
discussed this before.
That's funny.
And you're trying to get us both to watch it, but we're not.
So you're saying we should do
a watch
along and
that'd be a lot of fun.
take shots.
I'm gonna sing the whole time. Yep, it's gonna be a sing along. So just so you know. Yep.
That'd be a lot of fun to do, actually.
Anyway, Sam, moving on. What's next?
The Samurai 8 coverage.
Oh no.
Yeah. So yeah, Samurai 8 ended this Sunday, and not just me, but Ray over here and Miguel has also finished it. James, I don't know if you actually
So he didn't have time to add another manga before he caught up with My Hero.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
Probably he did catch you to Samurai 8 because it has.
I did it
because probably it has 48 chapters. And he
did you actually catch up?
No.
Oh, dang it.
Okay. Let's add that to another of Miguel was right hashtag. But yeah.
Hey, I never promised Samurai 8. I promised Beastars.
This is
and
true.
I promised My Hero.
Oh, but I forgot about Castlevania, so don't ask me about that.
Trust me.
That's okay.
I'm not gonna ask since Ray said I watched 3 episodes of Beast. I'm like, yeah, I'm not gonna ask him about Castlevania
because I forgot about it.
Like, hey, I gotta get.
I've been busy playing video games.
Hey, you gotta do your brand. You gotta do your thing. You at least did part of anime and manga read. So you did something.
So,
I read a lot actually. So yeah, let's talk about that.
Go ahead.
Okay, so I talked a little bit about the Samurai 8 last episode, and yeah, it was hard for me to describe what it was going through and stuff like that, and it wasn't really positive. So Ray, do you wanna?
So Samurai 8 is exactly what I said, and Sam, you sent over that blurb about what Kishimoto was talking about when he was like, oh yeah, there's got to be a lot of information in a sci-fi manga and blah blah blah. But like you said, he just vomited it all in the first 16 chapters.
Yes,
and didn't he after the first 16 chapters, Samurai 8 actually gets kind of good. Actually, it's like I enjoyed reading it from 16 onward, but it stopped getting enjoyable at about 36 because he knew it was ending and you could tell.
Yeah.
You could tell at about chapter 36.
Exactly. Same feeling that I had.
I was like, God dang it, because he actually had a decent, he picked up his pacing and started to make a little bit more sense. Things started to be you started to, as a reader, be able to make connections of stuff that he had told you before. Stuff was still kind of weird, but I figured, hey, it kept going at that pace. It probably would have been pretty good. But it was one of those things where he spent too much time in the very beginning not really he gave you the story of his universe, but not the story of his characters. Yeah. And that really took away from it.
I agree. No, definitely for sure. That's the reason why it was hard for me to come up with the reason and story because it was just that last 10 chapter of the entire story. I know you're rushing this and me seeing it through it's rushed, but there was some good story that was going to be really tell. He was going to tell that it was going to be a great story. This is, it was going to be something good. But then when you know that it's getting canceled and all this is jumbling up together. And
it's like, what are the coolest parts that I wanted to show? How can I add that now, essentially? So we missed out on 3 whole characters that we didn't even actually get to meet that you see. And I was like, man, that probably would have been interesting.
3 characters you don't meet. One character wasn't fully developed.
At all. Everybody. Well, I think there were 4 characters that were not fully developed.
Exactly.
There was one that he gave you really early on that was really interesting, Ryu, and then you don't even get to know about him. But I was like, oh man.
And plus the design of the last 4 characters that we saw in the last chapter, the panel was amazing. How they all look up, and I'm like,
they're all different. They looked cool.
Are you looking up to? We're never gonna see you again.
That was basically him saying, "Guess what? You're never gonna get to see what this was." That's what that was.
And plus, that kind of upsets me. I'm like these characters look so interesting and look so good. Yes, the story, the concept, whatever it may be to people.
The anime for this actually would have been pretty lit.
It would have been.
This would have been a lit anime.
It really would have been like a nice type of space opera with swords. Hell yeah! Like,
do you think it would have played out better as an anime?
Absolutely,
absolutely.
Yeah.
If it's ever adapted, which it could be into like a miniseries, I feel like it could actually be pretty cool.
James, the way I see this, and compared to a lot of people saying this is kind of like the Star Wars version of anime.
I ain't gonna say that, but kind of.
I wouldn't say that either.
Well, just because it's in space.
No.
Yeah, right?
Well, also it's because Kishimoto has said it himself that he takes inspiration from Star Wars and plus the Jedi of the Source. He has
yeah, I mean that one part, but like it felt more Gundam than anything, to be completely honest. But you haven't watched Gundam, so you wouldn't know. Anyway,
crickets, you hear that? Crickets.
Oh, you better clean them crickets out of your room. Anyway, no, I'm not gonna lie. I liked Samurai 8 at the end. Like I did. I gave it a lot of criticism up front, and it's because it deserved it. I'll be very honest about that. It deserved it. It just his pacing was all over the place. It was off, and his characters were all over the place. And then he finally got his footing and was like, "All right, I'm gonna tell you a story." And I really did start to like Hachimaru. I mean, he does a really good job at telling the story of brats and them growing up, like he did with Naruto. I feel like you would have really liked Hachimaru to actually at the end of this series. Like he would have been a really good character at the end, which he kind of was, but it's like it had to just happen,
Yeah.
And that's literally a plot device that he uses to make it happen. But it's like I get it, you had to do it, but I don't know. I did like it. It's unfortunate that it's unfortunate that it kind of started the way it did and the way it ended.
Do you think? I think it might be like 6 of them was not really fully developed.
That's true. Yeah,
it's 6 of them that wasn't because the first the first friend that he
Nanashi. Yeah,
and then like you just see him in the end. And it's like literally like
he's just out of nowhere. It's like wait, what?
What?
You're a samurai now, and okay, yeah, cool.
And then you have inherit this much, and then you have you have your pet, you have your weapon, you have your princesses and everything ready. I was like, damn, like how much time that literally went.
They had to rush, so I was like, that would have been a really cool arc later on, when they met again. So,
do you guys think that with the way it ended, you think because it ended, but with Anne saying, "Hey, until we meet again," or like something? Do you think in the future he could go to another company or anything and continue with a little like?
He can't.
Like
it's more about It's more about the licensing.
He won't, and plus his pride's hurt. He won't. He won't do it again. His pride's hurt. You can tell.
I mean, he already
definitely.
If you think he even said it himself, he got the satisfaction. Like he never thought that his
because remember what he said. This was the first one that he took them, and they rejected it.
And then after that he did Naruto, and now he did this. People
that's crazy.
He did this years ago as his first series, but then Shonen Jump rejected it, and then he did. So
he'll be back with another one.
Hopefully, we just don't know, and I feel bad for him. Do you think that he will continue with Akubo, or do you think he will do the art again in the story?
He ain't gonna do the art no more. He don't want to do it unless he has an idea that he really wants to do. He ain't gonna do it. Or we're gonna be waiting like Hunter x Hunter fans.
Good luck to them because they'll be waiting years because he has.
Years is an understatement.
What would have been more interesting to figure out? What if the original Big Three did a collab work on something of the Bleach, One Piece?
What type of time you think Oda has?
No, like a
his own time.
You could do a one-shot series or something.
So something I've been seeing.
Own time to do his own series. In what good health he has? He has no good health to actually have his own time to do his own series.
So something I've been seeing a lot on Twitter recently is a lot of people are like, "Hey, Shonen Jump, why not just make a spinoff of Shonen Jump and give the more established older mangaka like a place for them to do whatever they want?" Essentially, people will read it or they won't. And I feel like that actually might not be a bad idea, but it also then takes away from the main Shonen Jump, which is why I can see why they wouldn't do that. So I don't know. But I like the idea. I do.
But then for me also I see is that a lot of Shonen Jump as I think is still no sorry overall Shonen Jump and plus Shueisha is still learning about the West and about the marketing because a lot of people don't know about Crunchyroll manga, aka Weekly Shonen Magazine. It's just like Shonen. There's more other magazine jumps they have. They just have Jump Plus, Shonen Magazine. They have Shonen Jump where we have Chainsaw Man, One Piece, and all those other series. And we have Shonen Magazine, Fairy Tail, Eden Zero, Domestic Girlfriend, Attack on Titan. So I think is that they need to learn more about the marketing and to show their other cases to these magazines that people know about and maybe have said series about Samurai 8 and have it probably on the magazine or probably on Jump Plus, stuff like that, so people can have different avenues. Not everything has to be on Shonen Jump Weekly. Not everybody has to be there.
I
You
mean,
can look
I
at
think,
Boruto and everything.
I think there are other manga websites that are perfectly licensed and everything by the authors and the manga series that they are doing. It's just that they're not as big and well known for
Yeah.
people to go into read into. But they do exist though. Like I know, remember when I was a kid, there was a Shonen Jump magazine, and there was also a Shojo Jump as like something like that too. Yeah, they were like that was like the the girls version of Shonen Jump, and it was like full of romance mangas, chapters, and all those series and stuff too.
Shoujo Jump.
Something like that. It was like they had their own magazine book too, and there are
Oh,
just
it used to be called Shoujo Beat magazine.
yeah, I think
Yeah,
it was
yeah, yeah, yeah.
That was it. Yeah,
I've never heard of that.
Me neither.
I
I'd
did.
heard of that.
I
I
have.
actually knew about that. Yep.
Shoujo
knew-
B
yeah.
is a shoujo manga magazine formerly published in North America by Viz Media, launched in 2005 as a sister magazine
Yeah.
for Shonen Jump. It
For
featured
females.
the
Yep.
series chapter of 6 manga series as well as articles, Japanese culture, and everything. Wow.
Yeah.
I did not know about this. Never
Yeah,
heard.
I knew about it. Like I've seen it before too, and like I was like when I first saw it, I was like, oh wow, I did not know that. Like you know what, that makes sense because where else there's other genres other than like with Dragon Ball and Yu-Gi-Oh, Yu Yu Hakusho, all within one shonen book. There was also like romance manga series in that in the Shojo Beats
And
magazine.
Sam,
too.
did you know that Shoujo Beat still exists? It has is still connected to Viz. You just have to go
course.
to the tab. Did not know about this. Wow.
Yeah,
I just found something new about Viz that I never knew in my life.
you're welcome. Yeah, and Viz,
Interesting.
shout us, Viz, if you want to help sponsor, and because I just got you one more client to meet.
That would be great.
That would be great. That's a great plugin for if you guys want to sponsor us.
We all have Viz, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
I preach the gospel about this app all the time.
he did, and we pay for it. Anime Lady pays for it from my account, but we pay for it, and me and Sam use it from the same account, but still pay for it.
I've been signed up since day one. I knew
Yeah.
that. I know how much of a godsend that was because
It's too good of a deal.
Exactly.
$2.
How could it be $2
Uh-huh.
with like what over 1,000 chapters of manga to read? That's more than the year.
Yeah,
more than 3
1,000
years.
chapters you could
Well, almost 3
download.
years, but
Sorry,
like-
100 chapters you could download. 1,000 chapters you could read on a
Mhm.
weekly and everything like that.
It's like,
You
hey,
have-
could y'all just not go over $10 ever though? That'd be lit. Just
And
kind of
so
you know.
much backlog, so much in there
$5
safe of mangas
$5
and
is maximum for me. $5 maximum.
I will go at least 10 because I read a lot of when I'm reading manga, I'm reading a lot. So it's like that's cool.
That is true because Ray will be reading the whole 900 chapters of One Piece, so that's very true.
But for sure.
Unfortunately, yep.
Yeah,
Uh,
and hopefully James one day as well. By the time he's probably
One day.
35 or 40.
That's never gonna happen, right?
One day.
He still hasn't read My Hero, and there's been like 3 type of
Exactly.
episodes of
and
us talking about
and
it.
he loves My Hero. So yeah, that's not.
Look, I'll be up to date by Sunday so we all can do the episode together. Okay?
I'm gonna
trust
do a
me.
daily status report. I'm gonna message James every morning. Hey
And trust
James, how many chapters of My Hero you read?
James
well,
and
the
Sam
proof is in the pudding.
and
That's the
James
real
and Sam were
results.
supposed to do Attack on Titan for the past 2 months. They haven't done this, so it's
Hey,
all
I
down.
haven't had time, okay? Now
Hey, guess what you got right now?
time.
I got time now.
I still have work in school.
Oh no.
Yeah, even if it's all like all.
Believe me,
video
I
background.
wish I could live,
no.
breathe, C4S and anime lately, but I can't.
I understand that. Yeah. Mhm.
That's very true. me and Ray are the ones that have the opportunity to do both in a way.
I mean, right now, absolutely.
Yes. Yes.
Right now, I have a lot of time right now, just like everybody else. I have more time than I thought I had before. Actually,
it's just like Heavenly. If you have the time, because we know you're not doing nothing. You know, RDCWorld, all these people. We know you're not doing nothing. Just come by. Just come by to not all at once though. Not of course not all at once.
Oh, that'd be too much. That'd actually be too. I don't think the internet would be prepared for that. But no, Heavily, we're talking to you right now.
Yeah,
I want you on the show. You know, I know your style. We will absolutely match your style. It'll be a good time. Just know I'm not answering that question. Yeah, that question. I'm not answering that.
That question that you spoke to Roger, and plus,
what question?
Nope,
not that. When I say that on camera, on screen. But we would be talking about hentai, so no worries, and about waifus, definitely, so no worries.
These guys are experts. They went to a hentai panel.
Yes, and you were there. You're the one that hosted the panel, so definitely, of course, makes sense. So.
How dare you expose me?
I will destroy anyone that tries to take Rias from me. Yes, I said it.
Oh,
this is an official challenge to you, good sir. I see you. This is a challenge, good sir.
Okay.
Oh no.
I challenge you.
You would sound more threatening.
I challenge you to the death.
To you.
Who you talking to, boy? Who you talking to?
I challenge you to the death.
Who are you talking to?
I don't want no part of this. Let them fight. Where's my?
Mikasa's yours, right? So take Mikasa to your corner.
Do you have a button for that, Ray?
Well, she's a part of my harem.
Oh, this will work.
Why are you running?
Sure. Let's go. Oh, but yeah, that went so off track. But yeah, so Heavenly,
oh god,
you come to the show and we'll be talking about any of your waifus, anything like that, any of the hentais that you want to talk about, and any of the people that you want to be shit on. But yeah, go ahead.
And then I want to talk to him about
the games. And,
the games,
and about how Jump Force is the best game of last year of anime, right?
No,
bruh.
To someone it is.
No,
somewhere on the planet,
nobody is,
or in another universe.
Nobody. Hopefully, nobody.
You know, I'm mad that at this point I get physically upset when people say that. I get so mad when people are like, "Yeah, Jump Force is great," and I'm like,
"Who?
Lie again." Okay.
Who?
Nah.
Who? What? No.
I'm good. I'm good. Anyway, I did want to ask y'all about something else that we talked about manga wise. I mean, because I know y'all read it, at least Miguel and Sam did, right? I read Burn the Witch.
Yes.
And let me tell you, I really, really, really like this. I did not think, like, remember how we read the synopsis last show, and I thought it was weird, but I actually like it. Cool. Like, this is Kubo. This is like, I feel like this is top tier Kubo. Like, I was like, this, everything hit. I was reading this and I felt like I had already known these characters. Like he wrote it like you already knew these characters, and that's what made the difference. I thought, you knew the characters, but you were getting introduced to the world, and I was like, yo, I like this. This is good, and I actually couldn't believe how much I liked it. I was like, that was a page turner for me, and I was like, I want to keep reading this. Please give me more. And then there is a piece at the end that one of my theories about it, not even knowing anything about it, was right. And that got me. And that at that point, I was already sold. But at that point, I was like, I'm in forever. I want all of this. I want to read it. I want an anime. Let's go.
One note reading this is what I say. Dragons with Soul Society inside Okubo's art, and Noel looking this thick is like, wow. I forgot reading Bleach and Naruto One Piece week to week of what was my favorite thing. And it's sad that Kishimoto's leaving, because it would have been so great in the summer to have Kishimoto, Oda, and then Okubo at the same time.
Remember, like, there's only a limited amount of space when it comes to like Jump magazine.
Not really. They can have as much as they want.
They would make space.
Yeah, they would make space as long as their series have make sales and money. They can have 20, 25, don't matter, as long as there's editors. If they have space, that means more people have jobs, more editors, more translations, more people. So they could have as many things as they want, and that sucks about Samurai 8. But to have a Kubo with this art style and Noel and the dragon looks so interesting, so good.
And I think that they're all gonna look different, which is why I really like. I love Kubo when he like the way he writes monsters.
and I
and
love
people, and I'm like, oh, you're so good at this.
And I love how each of those two characters, the two girls, have a different type of fashion. I'm like, wait, what? So they're both going to be hanging out together.
That's
but
what
each of
he's
them have their own
always been
style.
good at, is that everybody has their own like fashion style, which I freaking loved. You know, then he has to place where everybody looks the same, but that's fine.
Yeah, that's true.
But
Like, yeah,
I,
this is a whole different type of continent slash country. Yes, makes sense.
James, are you going to read Burn the Witch?
Yes,
It's like
I will.
it's like 60 pages because I want to talk about just the gotcha at the end, and I'm
The
like,
full spoilery, yeah, the full spoilery.
I want to talk about that. So yeah, but
So is it just like a one-off?
yeah,
one
it's like
shot right now.
for
one shot
now.
one shot
Oh,
right now.
Cool. Okay.
And then
We'll
full
talk about
series
that.
in the
We'll
summer.
talk about that. in the
60
news.
pages, you can read it in like 15 minutes tonight. Like,
Cool,
absolutely, it is so good. And I mean,
We can
I'm
talk
just,
about it on the
I'm
next
just,
episode.
I'm just a big fan of Kubo. If people don't know, I've been talking about Bleach forever.
Yeah.
And I love Bleach. I am a Bleach fanboy, like straight up, I am. And I want this so bad. I can't wait. So I'm excited. I liked it a lot.
I definitely agree. It's stuff I didn't expect for the ending because it's shocking. I never got spoiled about it because it's been out for
exactly
a long
same.
time.
3 years? No, it's like 2018.
No, well, with the non-translation has been out, but I love how on that Friday night of the end of the Bleach announcement, literally an hour or 2 hours later, the Viz translation just came out. I'm like, perfect time.
Immediately, it was perfect.
timing.
I was like, oh, sweet.
They timed this perfect, like boom, right there. I'm like, nice. Then you had to do market this. Everybody saw the whole Bleach announcement, who came back, what studio, and of how the whole voice actors are excited, and then translation right there. You guys can read it. And then I read it that night. I'm like, can't wait to talk about it on podcast. Hopefully somebody else read it. I'm not gonna bring it up, and I'm happy. I got my boy Ray, the Bleach fan, here to as well discuss it with, and that's awesome. I didn't expect the ending. Still, I was like curious about it. Huh? That's different.
That's what I was hoping for, and it was perfect.
What I'm curious about is that where is the continuation of the series gonna go? Is it gonna continue from where the one shot left off, or is it gonna add more of the prequel and then
They
have that
did
to the
mention
middle?
that in the event. 'cause
Oh, yeah. Please explain that, Sam, because
the one shot is the prequel. It's the chapter 0 before they start
Okay,
a new
okay, cool.
series.
Cool, thank you.
So I think it's gonna kind of, we'll get back to that, but they'll probably, like, I don't want to say skip over it, but it'll be shortened, I think.
Yeah.
Or we'll read some of the same stuff, but yeah, they're just gonna, I'm pretty sure it's gonna go back and introduce the characters and show us where we are, and
I'm pretty sure that within the narration.
and I was reading it with the accents, and it was perfect because
Accent
they're in
I'm excited
London.
for.
They're in London, and
Yeah.
I was like, yo, yes.
And I can't only see that because to have the voice actors from Japan to have that get that different type of flavor, so that's very interesting to see.
Nah, it'll still just be Japanese, and I'm fine with
It'll
that.
still be Japanese.
No, I'm
But the
saying-
English dub will be
That's what I'm
hopefully British
Yeah.
English.
English, yeah, the dub. And yeah,
Mhm.
it has to be British. It'll make it experience so much more better. Japan, they could stay in their
But
own
Sam,
Japanese.
have you
translation.
read it or have you touched it before?
I have read it
Oh, yeah.
like back in 2018.
Oh, okay. Back
'Cause
when it
the-
came out.
Yeah, back when it did come out. I think there was Scanlations did translate the series
Yeah,
for
yeah.
Burn the Witch. It was a little weird to me. I might need to do a second read.
Uh huh.
It was like really weird. It was interestingly weird. It's just I'm curious, but at the same time, like how did the ending like
I like
how,
weird.
how am I a little bit more lost than I usually than I was
Kubo
before?
does weird, and I love it.
And I'm like a little more lost than I like when I first started, and yet I don't know.
Yeah, I think
don't know how to feel
I
about this.
think you should do a reread for the series because I didn't feel as confused as you did or as you recall because I did not feel as confused. So hopefully you and James can should read it and we can have a little spoiler discussion for next week because I'll be really excited about that.
I will read it for sure.
Sure.
One other thing that me and Sam has been reading is solo leveling manhwa that me and Sam has been doing, and that's a series that I highly recommend to anybody that is interesting about manhwa or want to get into manhwa. Is read Solo Leveling. It's freaking exciting, freaking amazing, and all I'm gonna say is arise. That's what I'm gonna say because freaking awesome. Sung Jin Woo is an awesome character. It's kind of like a battle junkie type of manhwa, but also you could relate if you've been through this type of hell where you could just feel lonely and everything and feel weak, but you want to succeed in your life and everything. So, and also I've been doing the solo leveling training, or aka some people call it the Saitama training.
It is a Saitama training.
and-
Exactly.
And my arms hurt. That's why I have not really been lifting my arms because my arms been hurting. My right arms hurt more than my left. Like my whole
Well, that's
chest
the
piece.
thing. Like, even if you hear creaking noises from your bones and you're doing push-up, you just keep going. You keep pushing yourself to keep doing it.
That's not
You
healthy.
should-
Yeah,
Exactly.
Pain, no
Healthy.
gain.
You should be.
I was
It's
just-
not healthy and
I
it's
was-
not normal.
I'm about to
But
say that, Sam. I don't need my body to be broken. I need my body to be good and trained and to be flexible. So when I come into quarantine, I come out like a bodybuilder, like the Santa Randy Orton. So that's why my hope and game is to go out.
You have to break your body to rebuild it so it can be
Yes.
stronger.
yeah, you have to break your limiter. You know,
I'm gonna
You
be
gotta
breaking
destroy
it,
your
just not be
limiter.
breaking my bones, like
you,
Ray is saying.
if you sometimes you break it and it stay broke, so you better be careful.
And I can't be broken. I need that. So highly suggest for solo leveling. It's very intriguing. It's right now the season 1 already is done. It's only 110 chapters, and me and Sam currently of this recording of this podcast, we're on 50 chapters. So it definitely has been entertaining ride for us. Can't wait to read more. Can't wait to be more invested into the characters and the world that builds more.
Yeah, I can't wait to read more of it. Main character, tough dude, very hard worker. He actually, I wouldn't say the best inspiration. It's more like any shonen character where you used to be the weakest character. Used to be the world's weakest,
Yeah.
but now, like, to prevent yourself from being the weakest again, you're gonna work hard, train yourself, prevent yourself from being the person that you used to be back then, and like it's gonna show results. It's gonna show the difference that you're changing. You're getting stronger. You're getting much tougher.
Oh, yeah.
You're not the same weak boy that you were in your past. Like, you're much stronger. You are better. And right now, everybody's seeing you, and they're seeing the difference. Like, you're not the weak boy that you used to be when you're younger. Like, less than a year ago, I think it's been. From what me and Miguel read, I think it's only been a couple months.
It's been 3 months.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and like he changed exponentially from body wise, height, physical and strength, and weaponized too.
Something I don't want to bring up. Question, Ray, James, you guys seen the Sunday Since anime and everything, right?
Uh-huh.
How long do you think all this been going on with the series? How long do you think it's been going on? Like time frame was 6 months, a year, 2 years, 8 months.
And within the show?
Yeah, the show story was from what you've seen so far. How long do you think it has been?
Like what? It gotta be like 2 years.
Yeah, I
Okay.
was gonna say like 3 years.
All right, this is a minor spoiler. All right, it's been 1 full year out of the 346 chapters that's been out of the whole series. 300.
I mean,
that's
that's fine.
That's like a chapter a day, right?
That's what I said too. That's what I
Sam
said
literally
too.
said that when we read the series today, and the series said, and then literally said it's been a year. I'm like, wait, like what you mean, like a year of this fight? No, he literally said a year of the whole shit when Elizabeth came back to his life. Like, bitch, what?
Yeah, it feels a lot longer. I guess I'm used to it because of 24. Because I mean, one season is just a day.
Day.
So it's
Literally a
like-
day.
That's 24 episodes. That's
We've
24 weeks.
Wait.
We've
Like,
been conditioned. You're right.
I
Yeah.
have never seen 24, and that's what it is, really.
Man, you are
Yeah.
young and it shows.
each episode is an hour.
Yes.
Wow.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
Keith
time frames-
Sutherland. That's
Yeah.
right. That's Keith Sutherland,
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
Love that
Mhm.
guy.
Yeah,
Mhm.
time frames in anime and manga stores sometimes be so weird because that's something that threw me off, and it's just weird that Seven Deadly Sins really did finish this week, and they said that it's been a year, and also they announced a sequel. What's the name of it again, Sam?
I mean, I was gonna talk about this in our news later on, but
No,
this
let's
is the
talk about
topic.
this new. Everything
no,
else
you
we've
keep
talked about. Let's talk
sidetracking
about
to
this
our
now.
news.
Yeah, I'm about to say, Sam, the news we have Bleach announcement, we kind of talked
We
about
already
that
talked
briefly.
yeah,
about that.
exactly. So
I'm
we all
like-
covered all that stuff
I'm like,
already.
so
So
we
fine.
talked
the
about
other
that already.
thing, the other thing I don't really think is important to me, at least for
Alright.
this. But this, yeah, I want to talk about this
Yeah.
because I had
So-
no idea.
the new series that they're coming up, like, since this is the Seven Deadly Sins, what's the next of like deadly, like which would be the next like evil thing that you would come into? And that is the 4 Nights of the Apocalypse.
which sounds really cool. I'm
It
not
does
gonna
sound
lie.
really cool.
It sounds really freaking awesome because I love
yeah.
the style of this show initially. Let me tell you. So if it takes, does it take place? It takes place in the same world. So it's
Afterwards.
like,
yeah, it's future. It's sequel.
I'm interested. I'm not gonna lie, just based on that, because I also love the story of the Poor Horsemen. You know, like when they're done right, they're done right. So I'm not gonna lie when I'm saying I'm like, oh,
so it's the Four Horsemen with the Knights of the Round Table.
Oh my god,
yes,
that sounds really cool.
That sounds great.
Because like, how much is your knowledge of how Knights of the Round Table?
You mean King Arthur?
Yeah, well, like the whole
King
like,
Arthur,
story.
the Knights of the
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
The names are the same still.
So
that's fine.
So one of the names is Tristan. The other one is Lancelot. So it's pretty cool names.
They're great names.
King and Deen are together. They have a baby. I don't know how that works, but you know,
I know exactly how that works.
You know, giants, right? Ban and Elaine, they get together. Meliodas and Elizabeth, Xerxes and Gilda. So each of them have their own type of family, their own kids. And
actually, we don't even know if Gilda and
we don't know, but most likely my assumption they would.
Most likely.
And then Meliodas' kid is called Tristan, and with white hair and almost the same height as his father.
Oh, so he just had a mini Bond. That's weird.
Yeah, I guess so. No, because I had to think about it for a second. I'm like,
yeah.
Yeah.
I hope that Bob makes a joke about that. Hey, it looks a lot like me. That's weird.
He kind of did in the last chapter. That's the funny shit. He kind of did.
Did you already mention?
It's like
Escanor?
It's almost like I could write this myself.
Escanor and Merlin. Are they a thing yet?
What? Nope.
We can't
say nothing.
We can't
say nothing.
Sorry.
That territory, that question is very spoilery, so we will not touch that. So we play this in that.
But
so
then, like I do like the concept of the four horsemen of the apocalypse.
Yeah, same.
It's death, wrath. I'm sorry, war,
fury. So death, war, fury, and pestilence.
Pestilence, yeah. And those are really deadly horsemen. They are powerful horsemen, actually.
Yes. Each of them brings about the end of the world.
I think saying they're supposed to bring the end of the world.
Or save it from this story, but you know.
I mean, which is completely possible, because we've also seen that story.
It was Seven Sins who saves this world. Now it's gonna be the apocalypse.
So, like, but what are the bad guys? Is it demons and angels again, or like?
We haven't gotten full information of when the series is gonna start. When is the sequel gonna plan out?
Never mind. It's gonna be aliens. Got it.
It hasn't really.
Of course,
anything.
Of course, aliens.
Remember, we need to make that a shirt. Oh my god, or a poster.
That's a shirt that we should have. Yes, that's a shirt that we should.
That's
have.
the one.
What do we do next?
Aliens. Our hands is like this.
Aliens. Yes, aliens. But that's the shirt that we should have. Sam, write that down. That's the shirt that we should have.
Okay, have shirt says aliens with hand movement.
Hand movement.
And then
how do I write hand movement like this? Is there a emoji for this?
Yes, $5 foot long.
No, but one also said this. One that says that if it's not the government, it's a church. If it's not the government, it's human. If it's not humans, it's aliens. That's a shirt that we should literally
That's
have.
another shirt. That's because that's ours. We came up with that here. So
we did. So, and that's a shirt I will wear, and I would love to explain that to people in the streets. Like, hey, so where's that? Like,
so it's just anime bad guys, and it's written like on like a piece of notebook paper. It's perfect. Yeah.
This is a shirt I will buy right now, Sam. Right after the podcast record, I will put right there. Boom. Let's go.
A page right out of Izuku's notebook with all of the stats of the different types of villains.
Like, let's go. Because the church is because they believe in God and everything. It's because they believe what's right. Humans is because it's our fault always.
Always. Mm-hmm. By the way, my island in Animal Crossing is named UA. Just so everybody knows.
Oh, really? Nice. That's dope. That's dope. That's awesome to see.
And if you show up to my island, I made shirts for everybody, so you get a UA gym shirt. It's great.
Mm-hmm. So that's a great way. I should play Animal Crossing just to go to the gym there because I don't have a gym out here
It's
open
true.
sadly.
But sure, definitely it's a series that I'm looking forward to as well. Me and Miguel, like we poke a lot of holes. We make fun of Seven Deadly Sins a lot from the manga
do.
series. Like we really wanted to end much earlier than it needed to. At least if we all knew the sequel was gonna happen. Nakaba, the creator of Seven Deadly Sins, he had the ability, he had the good story writing and everything to come up with another sequel and come up with the series and stuff like that. And it's very impressive where he's not really taking a break. He's going on jump into this new series right now, like getting ready. Just have it story writing, have the artist writing. He literally draws his art from this manga series too, and that's very impressive. And he doesn't want to take a break after Seven Deadly Sins ends. I think that's very impressive. But I felt like he should have just take the break. Just take the break. Relax, have all your storyboard ready, and then have drawn out whatever you wanted to done. Just like everybody else that took a break, like even if it's just like not a long one. It could be a
Well-
short one, like Mashima taking a month break before after Fairy Tail ends, and then spends the rest of the 8 to 9 months doing Eden Zero.
Well, just to
And-
agree with what you're saying, I highly agree 100%. He should take his break. It just depends on what he feels like. If he's ready now, go ahead. If he's not, take your time, my guy. Come back when you're ready. We will be here. There's another 1,000 mangas to be out there to read, and if yours is one of the high pillar in the Weekly Shonen magazine, just like it was for the Sunday Descent, then take your time. Have your four apocalyptic horsemen thing come out. No worries. Just do your thing. Take your 6 months, 8 months. Take a breather and come back with a good story to do. And me and Sam will be reading it and also criticizing it if it needs to be.
But then it's also that the series seems to be getting milked a lot because I think season 3 or 4 right now, it's ending either this episode or next episode. I forgot. And then it's going to come back in October again. Same studio. Sorry, James.
Well, remember, it's same studio, but also outsourced to not. So, from what I've been doing my research, it's done by Studio Deen, but not done animating by them. So, I don't see I don't understand studios.
Is there a difference?
Yes, because
Yeah.
it's not being done by them.
James goes, yeah.
No, I want to know what the difference is because if the production house is Studio D,
But
He's
it's
like,
not
and
being-
there has to be.
like for
how can
needs to
another
be.
studio do the animation for it?
it's kind of like the same thing. Like, for example, if it's done by Warner Brothers, but it's just licensed by Warner Brothers, but it's not being done by them, if that makes sense. That's the best example I could get from the top of my head.
I mean, let's be real. Like, this is the same studio that did the Fate Stay Night Unlimited Blade Works movie in 2010, and that it looks incredible. Like, they've done some really good stuff.
but then
like-
I wonder why is Studio
So is it
Deen-
like a subsidiary of Studio Dean?
Well,
like-
Studio Deen, from what I know, they are giving it to other outsourced smaller companies to do the animation, and I don't know
Okay.
why they're not doing it themselves. So it's very, maybe their book with a lot of things they're doing right now. They're not yet announced. Who knows what could it be? Or maybe they just not putting a lot of time on it because they don't think it's worthy. Who knows what the reason could be? But I feel bad for the series. But
Hold up. Dean did Rurouni Kenshin?
yes.
Y'all ain't got no excuse. Okay.
But then the other question I was gonna ask you guys.
And they did Initial D Thursday.
I don't,
I'm getting
Ray,
mad. I'm sorry.
I don't think you should look any more info because you're just gonna pop your head.
I'm already hot. All right, cool. Cool.
Are you at the level to write an
And they
angry
did
letter?
they just did Konosuba recently.
Okay, an angry letter is coming from Ray Apollo. An angry fan letter is coming.
You just did Konosuba, but you came out with that for Seven Deadly Sins.
Like I said, they've been outsourcing it.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, I just
the
didn't
con-
know that anime did that. I
Yes.
did not know. I
it's
thought
just like for example, when at Madhouse, they have their staff of 24 people in the studio, but they also bring other people to come and help them to improve the animation with other type of scenes and stuff like that. So it's just like AKO Studio Peria. Black Clover only has 12 people to work on it, but they also like to outsource some scenes, some type of episodes with other people to come as new people. So that's what it means to outsource.
Yeah, learn
Okay.
something new every day.
But what I was gonna ask a question to you guys, as to end the type of podcast, is that do you think sequels are worth it for the overall series? Like, for example, Naruto or Boruto, Bleach with Burn the Witch, and with Suddenly Sense now getting a sequel with the Four Horsemen of Apocalypse. You think sequels are worth it sometimes, or you think sometimes they're just milking it, like Sam said?
If the story warrants it, 1,000 times yes. Because you
Mhm.
can always tell when it's a cash grab. You can
Yes.
always tell where it's like, oh, we're just going to continue this because it sells.
Yep.
If there actually is a story, there should definitely be a sequel.
Of course, but then if there is no story and you just know that people are just gonna go and watch it or read whatever the series is, that's a cash grab, and it kind of is. It is what it is when it came to the Seven Deadly Sins anime, because even though the animation for this season was total crap, people will still watch it regardless. Even when it comes up to Netflix, people will still watch it regardless.
I mean, I will because I want to binge the whole thing for the story. And then once that's done, then I'll move on to the manga and finish it. But
Of course you will. It's one of those things where it's the same. If the story wants it, like if the story has set itself up in a way where yes, a sequel would be interesting, please, why not? If you have more story to tell, like that, if you built a universe, a world that had enough room for a sequel to give different perspectives from that world, yes, I'd love that. But as long as we don't get kids who come in here like, oh God, the sequel's so much better than the original. We're like, look around. None of this would exist without any of us. No, this doesn't happen. So it's fine. It's
Like,
fine.
like for me, when it comes to sequels, I think that like what you guys said, like for the two type of stories, I feel like currently right now is the best type of route to go sequel. Is technically Samurai. Oh, no, sorry, not Samurai.
Boruto
No.
manga, the manga, Boruto manga.
My Hero Academia has the perfect route to go with spin-offs.
There's so many ways.
There's already, yeah.
No,
So I'll like
pick an agency.
It's like My
No,
Hero has
also
potential
America.
like freaking Harry Potter did. Harry Potter has so many options for spin-offs that it didn't get that I hope My Hero does. There's so many. I was like, pick a country. You literally pick another country. And you could write a whole new story. And God, it could be so good. Like that's what I want. I want a lot of My Hero spin-offs. I'm not gonna lie. I want them. Because just tell different stories. Don't just give me different characters. You know, we already know. No, give me different places with different schools. Because there's so many different schools that exist.
82% of the planet has quirks.
And
you
I'm
can
like,
do it.
So I'm like, where the other fuck of the 82% of the heroes are that I want to see? We have like, I want to see some South American heroes, some Spanish heroes. I want to see that possible. I want to see some heroes from America, from Canada, from Australia, from
Horikoshi,
from the Caribbean.
Horikoshi, I know you're watching. Hit me up. Let's work on it. Let's do the American UA for real. Let's do it.
And while you speak to him about the U American, speak to me about South American. We talk about that. We talk about the heroes from Colombia, Bolivia, Brazil. Let's go with a Portuguese girl from Brazil. Let's go. We can talk about it. And you can talk to James about the Caribbean girls, and you can make them the heroes.
I think that would be really cool because there's a lot of different schools. There are other continents where heroes exist. And you could still have moments where it's like a tournament or like some type of festival, something where those characters could interact with the UA kids, but it could just be focused on a set of characters at a different school on another continent. Like, that would be cool.
And it's possible. And one other type of spin-off of what I will agree is with One Piece. One Piece has a possibility, but I don't believe once Oda is done, I think he should just retire, my dude. Like, you just wrote a whole type of 1,000 of pages of chapters of freaking One Piece, and is where I say, can you get the story to somebody else, or can you just let it die? Like, but that depends also on the company of Shueisha, whether they want to milk it, like Sam said. Like, it's just a hit or miss, and it's like, it depends on the balance scale. Is it worth it to milk it, or does it worth a reason it for a sequel or a spin-off for a story? And that's what I'm curious about sometimes. Like, is it reasoning?
I'm pretty sure the
Boruto?
first thought is like, we just like, if we know that if it earns this much with its series, of course we're gonna go for the sequel story, because first thing thought milking it, and the next thing you know, it's adding a little bit of, all right, let's add this good storytelling into this, and all right, let's squeeze into good character development into here, and then eventually it doesn't become a milking situation. It just becomes a really good series of its own that helps for itself. And it gets even better, and then sooner or later, anime. Why not? Like, then it's just a matter of, like, how much do you care about this idea that we first thought was going to be a cash grab money scheme, and then it becomes your baby. You care about this project, and that's where you put, like, all right, let's put it into a studio that we can put our trust into, and then you choose the right studio to go into to make it look fantastic, earn more fan base, and then people won't forget that this was a sequel, but they would love this entire series as its own standing, because that's the best case scenario when it comes to any sequel genre. It's able to hold on to its own. It holds on to its own. That's the best thing you can have for it.
That's very true, because what Ray said with the series of Harry Potter. Harry Potter was very loved when we were kids, but now a lot of people are not enjoying the new sequels that are kind of prequels that are coming out right now with Harry Potter. So
because they're not good.
Yep, those are cash grabs.
Yeah,
yep, those are cash grabs.
Like they did with the Hobbit.
No. What do they call
Fantastic Beasts?
Oh,
yeah,
right.
because
okay.
Those Hobbit movies are fucking garbage.
Oh my god,
I don't want to talk about that.
Yeah, like
That's
those
why
are
I didn't wanna bring
examples
that
of
up.
cash grabs. That's examples of cash grab milk.
So, I mean,
I just
this is
want
a
more. I
different
just want
podcast,
more
but-
good stories. That's all I want from this. That's it.
Yeah,
But
I
they-
would love for Death Note to get a spin-off.
It did.
Like,
did,
like
I'm about to say.
no. A real spin-off.
technically, that was a real
No.
spin-off. That's how
A real
from the
spin-off.
beginning to the end. That was
No.
James
No.
goes, no, please. I want a good one, please.
Like a real one.
James, I'm confused now. I didn't finish the chapter, but didn't I just read the spin-off continuation sequel of that?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Again,
I
I'm
don't know what you're
confused.
talking about.
So you're telling me that
What?
that spin-off. So if I go to Shonen Jump right now, right there,
You'll find
He's gonna delete
you'll
your
find
Shonen Jump
nothing.
account. You better be careful.
Yeah, you should be very careful.
load in my account and I see Burn the Witch. I see our Gravity Boys. I see. Oh, look at that, Death Note. Huh? Interesting. One shot.
Nope, that's I want a real spin-off, like a full series, not bullshit, which is whatever that one shot was, like a real series. A different Shinigami,
I
a
just think
different
that
genius.
I'm telling you, I really do think that was a, hey, are people still interested in this? Here's something. Is what that was. So
maybe.
you
Oh,
might
for
get
sure.
some. You might get something sooner rather than later. Honestly, yeah.
Maybe
I
that's
hope so.
what the move Samurai 8 was supposed to do, or Burn the Witch, or the one shot happened 2 years ago, and look what happening now. Maybe that's what Ray was talking about. Around that this one shot maybe might come with a continuation, actual spin-off series that you may wanted. Might happen. Real one. Because they already did. Quotation.
That could be your chapter 0 for something different. Who knows?
Who knows, James?
God, I hope not.
Oh no, well that character's done, so there has to be something else.
Yeah.
And like,
Well, I mean, the continuation of what they did would be interesting because the world already knows Kira. The world has already worshipped him and moved on.
So
That
it'd
would
have to
be
be
really
something-
interesting if
It'd
they
have to be
actually
something
continue.
else now. Now
Yeah.
it's probably a cell phone. I gotta get up with the times and give me
God.
more apples.
I can kill you with a tweet.
Basically.
We just have to find another genius, I guess, because it seems
I
like
mean,
some
No,
of
I
There's
want
many
no.
geniuses.
No. I want Death Note, but dumbasses. That would be amazing. That's what I want. I want that so
They'll be
bad.
arrested so quickly.
How do you know that?
they'll kill people with
There are
regardless
different
of anything.
ways,
They'll
in
have that-
very inventive ways that they will stay
want
hidden.
Death Note
Criminals are
to-
special, okay? They're a certain kind of dumb.
there's a huge amount of dumb.
Yes, I don't want him to find the smartest person. I want him to find the dumbest people. To give them the Death Note and see what happens.
I just tweeted out right now. I want Death Note with dumbasses said by Ray Apollo.
That's what I want.
Especially if there's always an L. That L will find them so quickly.
How do we know that? Though? They could be.
Dumb
They could be.
people-
He would be like, "They're so dumb. I actually don't know where they are."
Those dumb people will kill people. They know they'll kill people that they get.
Did you really tag Viz in that? Oh my god!
Yes,
What is wrong with you? You're on that list now. Death Note with dumbass. Dumbass.
Because then imagine if this tweet gets recognized by this, and this will be the tweet that actually gets recognized by them. See?
God dang.
Yeah, I think I said the box. I said the box.
You're talking like one of those people he would give the Death Note in this new series that I'm building. God dang it.
That'll be funny though.
Okay.
That'll be funny. Whew.
Yeah, Death Note with dumbasses. That's what I'm about. I'm about that. But then they would get together, and that's when they're dangerous.
You know
They
what
would
I'm
think to form a team, and it would be like that's the dumb people in mass. Terrifying.
Yes,
You know,
Miguel.
Sam, this has to be the name of the podcast.
Oh god. Well, that's clickbait if I've ever seen it. It's like, what the fuck does that mean? Click.
And then that's perfect because people have to wait 2 hours. No, exactly 2 hours to find out what the hell happened. Like, why is it called Death Note with Dumbass? And people finally find out by the end of the podcast. That's
Oh
the
my
name of the
god.
episode.
I want him to drop the Death Note in a McDonald's bathroom at a
Oh my
rest stop.
god.
That is gross. That sounds gross.
People, if anybody's still listening to this by the end of the episode, people be like, "What the hell is people coming out?"
It's already done. Dumbasses given the Death Note Animatedly podcast episode 43. That's good. Yep, that's
Yep.
it. That's it.
It literally says
Yeah,
the
man.
dumbass is giving the Death Note. I love it.
Yep,
Wow,
there
that's
we
a great-
go.
that's a
This
good-
is what quarantine's doing to your boy. Just so you know, this is what's happening.
It just gives them ideas and be giving like, you know what? Let's just go. It says since smart geniuses can't have it, that's the best way to go next level. Let's go downgrade. That's the only way to go. We
The
can't go up.
polar opposite end of the spectrum.
We can't go up. Let's go down.
Exactly. Exactly.
Let's go up. Let's change James' mind and just go on a whole nother level and let's just rule him the series.
No, please no.
That's what may actually
could
make
be
me
interesting.
watch the show and read the series. Actually, that's what may actually make me enjoy it. Yep.
I agree. I would actually be more inclined to actually like watch and read this because it'd be hilarious.
It'd be a great comedy series. Actually,
It'd be a dark. It will be a dark comedy, like
It will.
straight up.
It will. Definitely.
It would work.
This was a great way to end the show. Definitely was.
You're welcome.
Hey, what if it was comedians with the Death Notes and stuff like that?
No, then they would just try too hard.
Yeah,
Really?
they also try to make it too much more funny than it wasn't.
Again, they would be caught so easily because they would kill their rivals. It's like, oh, they have beef. Basic interviews can give you all this information.
Well, yeah,
this
that's
guy,
the
arrest
point.
him.
It's to cause destruction and chaos in the world in a way, and only thing that they want is just apples. And I'm pretty sure with dumbasses, they'll give them all the apples they ever wanted.
I
without
wonder
being
if other
selfish.
Shinigamis like apples.
Maybe some like oranges,
maybe.
maybe some like pears. Some
I don't know.
Yo, the Shinigami sound like Animal Crossing Islands. This is lit.
Maybe
Somebody will get that. Don't worry.
They will. Yep, they will.
I'm about to say like, yeah, I hope they do.
They should. I mean, almost everybody in the entire world is playing Animal Crossing, so they should.
Except me, James, and Sam, and Ray.
I mean, just a few million people. Yeah. Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So it's not that many.
But yeah, there was just a fast news I want to talk about real quick. The Olympics is being delayed into next year in 2021. And the Olympics that was supposed to held this year in Tokyo has got pushed to 2021.
I mean,
Good.
Is anyone surprised?
Yeah,
I mean,
good.
Yeah,
This quarantine is not ending anytime soon. Like,
Yeah.
we have to be realistic. Within the past week and a couple days, over 100,000 more cases were reported. This is not going to be done. Like, it's going to be a minute.
Yeah.
The vaccines are going to take a while, and then vaccines have to be distributed. The virus is spreading way too fast. Like, it's going to take a little bit.
That's why I'm staying my ass at home.
Yes.
Yes.
Mhm.
So definitely was not unexpected. Was bound to happen. So I'm cool. And
Alright.
also never have been inclined to watch Olympics. So
I love the Olympics.
Yeah, entertaining for what it is.
to-
Just to watch the highlights.
Moving on real quick and really, Burn the Witch manga serialization. It's gonna come on Show and Jump during the summer. So props, we're gonna be doing that in the summer.
We did talk about that, yeah.
The OVA is going to be a movie that's
Oh
coming
yeah,
out
that
in
was
fall
announced
2020.
last. Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
It was announced. The OVA is a movie for Burn the Witch, so be hyped for that.
I am. I told you I'm hyping everything for the wish.
Yep.
But yeah, that's really everything. We're Serializations, and then yeah, that's all the news that we all talk about, and that's our podcast.
Wow.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay, cool. I guess that's it. Yeah, I guess we're ending. All right, bye guys. And in the show outro. Boom. Let's go.
James, Ray, your plugs.
Yeah.
James, what are you doing? Tell me about it.
Yes, I want you guys to follow me on Instagram at C4 spoilers and check out my movie reviews on IGTV. I just did one for Bloodshot, did one for The Hunt, and I'm going to be doing a lot more really, really soon. I'm going to be seeing The Gentleman. I already saw The Way Back with Ben Affleck, but I haven't done a review just yet, so I'll be doing one for that. I want to do a movie review of something every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Stay tuned for that. If you want to find literally everything else that I do, go to careful4spoilers.com. You will get all of our articles, links to all of the podcasts on the podcast network, links to all of our social media. See you there.
My man, I love it. I'm gonna go follow that Instagram right now. Oh wait, I already am. Anyway, so you know me, it's your boy Ray Apollo, and I know you're all following me on Twitch already, right? Twitch.tv/Ray Apollo, RAYAPOLO. I know you're already following me there, and I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Now, turn your attention to the YouTube channel. You know, same name, Ray Apollo on YouTube. Go and subscribe to the channel. I've been putting out some fantastic gaming content there. We talk about VR. We talk about cloud gaming. We talk about gaming news in general. If you like video games, it's simple. Just 2 + 2 = me. Get over there. Watch this stuff. It'll be a good time. There you go.
Math.
Quick math.
Big math. Because, of course, you're in quarantine at home, so you have your online class to help you and teach your math if you haven't known yet to do your math. Other than that, guys, follow me at LegendyVash on Twitter, IG, everywhere else. Follow us in our social media, Twitter, IG, Discord, Twitch, Patreon, Facebook, in the Hentai panels, wherever you find us. Definitely say hi to us. Other than that, guys, Sams, take it away.
You can follow me at Sam the Mega Man and all my social media, and always remember, Bleach 1000 Year Blood Arc anime is coming out in 2020. Thank you guys for listening. Peace.
Take care.
Bye.
Where's the lamb sauce?
Hentai panel rocks. Yes.
I die every time.
It's my new favorite thing to add at the end. It's perfect.